Okay. Should be live. Hello, everybody. I do not have an existing account, so create a new account. Okay. This is already really loud. Hold on. Yep, FPS, that's good. Vertical sync, graphics low. That's the recommended? After adjusting the graphics quality, the dice may overheat and screen may stutter. I guess we'll leave it on low? What? Okay, now I'm just confused. Okay. Wait, that's my only full screen option? What? Sorry, this whole thing's weird right now. Anyway, I'll play around fully with the settings a little bit later. Let me just... Yeah, we'll leave motion blur off. Character outline. Alright, there's the volume. That's what I wanted to lower to a manageable level. Let's go 30%, and if that's too quiet, we'll turn it up. Okay. Anyway. Welcome everyone to Blue Protocol Star Resonance. It's a brand new MMORPG. I am not sponsored, before anyone asks. I am genuinely curious about this game. I do not know if it will be good. I do not know if this is going to be awesome. I'm hopeful it is. Because the MMO space really needs something good right now. Because WoW is just utter shit. FF14, I still love FF14. It's just after the Endwalker, story feels a little like it needs to find itself again. That's me. I'm gonna get back to playing that again soon. It's just stuff. Right. I guess I'll say off the bat, my hope for this game is that it's going to be kind of like an SAO, and I don't mean plot-wise, because SAO's original plot was just garbage. it was terrible. Well, the concept is actually innovative and brand new. It's just the actual execution of the story had a lot of problems. I did not like SAO. I actually loved the Gun Gale arc. The Gun Gale arc was great. SAO and the season after that, what was it? Can't remember now. It's the one with the fairies. But point is, hey Nico, you guys are gonna find yourself a waifu, possibly. But yeah, I'm hopeful that this MMO is going to be a proper MMORPG that just happens to have an anime art style. That's the hope. We'll find out if it does. I'll say off the bat, the biggest red flag with this is it's free to play. This cost me no money to get, which means there's likely going to be microtransactions. I'm gonna assume gacha mechanics based on a couple screenshots I saw that didn't look too promising in my opinion. But I don't want to prejudge it before getting into the game. Not too much anyway. Hey Keto, welcome to the stream. Yeah, right now it's just gonna give it a chance. Gonna hope that at its worst, it's a solid MMORPG with solid mechanics and a solid story and like a fun setting to get lost into that just suffers a little bit with some microtransactions. So let's hope that's at its worst. If it ends up being completely unplayable without paying money with microtransactions, if it ends up being entirely pay to win, I'll probably drop it immediately. But again, don't want to prejudge. You're currently waiting for another MMO servers to go live on console. Which MMO? See, body type 1. Oh, they do the body type shit. Oh, wait, no, they do have male and female. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of funny. Okay. That almost feels like a middle finger to the AAA, the Western AAA industry, doesn't it? Because they still have the male and female slider. But they also have body type. But it's actual proper use of body type. It's like, oh, tall, short, older. Alright, so you can play a kid, an adult, and an old man. Actually, okay, that's actually pretty cool. I am a bit worried about this one, though. Because the internet and evil. And modern day degeneracy. Basically, it's child or youth. Like a teenager. So, teenager, adult. And, like, anime version of a 30, 40-year-old. Of course, the woman 30, 40-year-old looks fucking like a supermodel. Which is a good thing, mind you. But it's like, damn. Not that the guy looks bad. It's just, there's a bit of a dichotomy there. Okay, You may have heard of it, Wizard 101. Oh. That's going on a console? That MMO's old, dude. Like, that's been around for like a decade. Over a decade, actually. Jeez, it would have been like... Oh, God. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. I already feel old enough. Alright, so... So for me, it's between body type 2 and 3. So do I want to be a young man? Or do I want to be like how I feel? A old, decrepit bastard. Yeah, it goes live today, mid-afternoon Central Time. Weird. It's amazing that that MMO's still around. Granted, I haven't played it since, like, a decade ago. Has it changed at all? Well, I'm sure they've added to it, but, like, I mean, like, fundamentally. I'm assuming not. Okay, body type 2, body type 3. Old man. Well, not old man, but, you know, middle-aged man, younger man. I guess we'll go with, you know, I'm 26, right? So, let's go with younger man. Oh, they have presets you can work off of. Interesting. Actually, real quick. Can I go back? I can. Hold on. Okay. So, presets of the young man. Who do I want to work off of? There's 3 new arcs. Oh, okay. Ah, they've added to it. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go with the old man. We're gonna do that. So, what do we have? It's just because all the younger dudes, it just feels like too young. It's like, for me anyway, it's like, I feel like an old man. I'm older. I'm 26, but I feel old. So, I'm just gonna go with this. Wait, you can gradient the hair color? What? Okay. What's really cool is now they have elixirs. Okay. I gotta move my mic a little bit further away from my head because I think I'm gonna keep bumping it. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're in the character creator. Actually, do this is the question, right? Do you want to do a nat? I'm gonna try and make this look as much like myself as I can. And then decide from there if I want to do that or want to make like a more wacky character. I can have highlights. Well, that's neat. It does kind of annoy me though that the color, like, it's faded. Is there a way I can alter that? Because off the bat, I'm trying to make like a character that looks semi like me, but if I can't make a ginger, we're already failing. Yeah, it looks like a salmon color. And if you go all the way red, it's pink. Why? Green, like gradient maybe? Does that help at all? Not really. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna go with black hair, because trying to go for even just a red, you get a pink instead. Because it's just too light. It doesn't... I'm not, at least I'm not seeing a setting that lets me... What's this? Custom. Oh, okay. Well, at least with the hairstyle, you can do, like, the presets, and there's also, like, you can break it down for front, back, crown. Okay. That's actually nice, at least. Yeah, we're gonna go with black hair, though, because... Yeah, because it's just... No point. It's just too... It's too light. Like, which is weird. You think they'd let you go with, like, a little bit of, like, vibrant colors. Like, you're playing an anime game. Let me go, like, full vibrancy here. But, yeah, like, the brightest setting over here. Like, you can kind of see it in the green, at least. But, yeah, if you go for, like, the red, it's not a red. It's, like, a salmon color. Go for yellow. You can get a blonde, I guess. That's possible. Yeah, if you want, like, a deeper or saturated, like, red, though, or even an orange, the best you're gonna get is, like, this pink salmon color. Or basically borderline blonde. Eesh. Come on, man. Come on, game. Let me go crazy with it. Alright, so, yeah. I'll either go, like, a blonde character or black. No, I'll go black hair. Why not? Yeah, well, let's do custom here. Start from there. Let's do it this way. Let's look at our options. Speaking of SAO, that reminds me of a character. I don't know which one. I think one of the creepy ones. Yeah, let's try that for the front. The best SAO is abridged. That is true. The plot, that is awesome. I love SAO abridged. That shit was so good. Did they ever finish, like, the actual full arc? I don't know. I can't remember if they did. I remember them, like, having huge gaps between episodes. Which is terrible. Unfortunately, there's not too much crazy you can do here. Yeah, I hope they add, like, future customization options in the game. Not that this is, like, terrible, it's just there's only so many options you can do. Especially the back one. Like, they could go a little bit more ham with this. Like, when you have an anime art style, you can really give, like, especially, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be too, like, critical about this part right here. Because, first of all, it's not the most important part. But, also, it's just, you know, it's something they can expand on later, like add a hairstylist in the game, so like later on if you decide to add more styles, people can clean up their hairdo with better or at least more interesting or favorable options. But I will say this, I am at least appreciative that they let you customize it, at least on this level. Most games just give you like presets of hairs. Like, it's like, these are all the hairs you can choose. Take it or leave it. Like, that's usually what games do. They're at least nice enough where they do give you a custom option. It's just... yeah. Okay, that's also kind of weird. Like, if I want to scroll through there, I have to scroll, that zooms in or out for the character. I guess I have to click and drag here. Alright, so let's... Now we'll do that with... I'm torn between that and that. Make it pink. Well, the thing is, I can make him pink. By the way, welcome. I can. It's just, that's all I can do, really. If I want to go, like, for a red. Like, if I go all the way to red pink, and I go all the way up here. And it's not like it's different, I go to the top here. It's the same. Like, I can only do pink for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm going with black because I wanted to do a red or a ginger. I can't really do that. I could do a blonde, but I can't do what I want to do there, which is annoying. Gah. Alright, so I think I'll go with that. I think that looks better. They do a new episode of Bridge, which I think is the last one. Haven't seen it yet. Wait, new? Really? My blackmailing worked. Blackmail? What'd you threaten me with? For it to be blackmail, you need to threaten me with some information. Or you need to threaten to release information. That's kind of quirky. No, yeah, it's about the studio. Oh. Wait, what? What do you mean? Now I'm even more... in a way, I'm actually kind of more confused. What studio did you blackmail? This one? One of the guys who created this? Oh, okay, now... No, sorry. Now I get the... Okay, now I get what you're saying. took me a second. It's like, now everyone is forced to wear pink if they want to be red. You bastard. Actually, that's one way to get a red. Now I think about it. Hold on. Oh, I see. You can't have a bright saturated red, but if you can technically still achieve a red, it's just got to be a dark red. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's something. Like, I would like a bright saturated red. Actually, technically, I was going for ginger, but that's even... Yeah. You can't really do a ginger. Even if you do it that way. Like, you'd have to... Yeah, no. Damn, really? But, that is right there kind of workable. Oh, look, you can get like every other color, but you can't get red. Damn you. Yeah, so we'll do that. And let's try applying highlights. Oh, that's cool. You have two... Yeah, okay, so you have like 2 layers of it you can do. Okay. I don't know, should I have the that gradient in there or no? Does it look out of place? Layers. Ogres are like onions. What? Alright, make sure the eyebrows match. They only give you 3 eyebrow types, huh? We'll go with the 3rd ones. I can make myself, like, habitually pissed. It's like, I hate everything. I hate you all. Nah, I'll make him more of a relaxed face. And a natural tilt is fine. It's just, it can't, like, that aggressive is just... Well, it is aggressive. Actually, I think I'm gonna get rid of that highlight. It looks a little dumb with the hair. Actually, if the hair is black, it actually looks better, to be honest. Yeah, so with the eyebrows... I'll just go with the black. And for that highlight, I'll just make that gradient a little... slightly more aggressive. Actually, no, get rid of that. Apply highlight. There you go. A little bit of a purple there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Although it's a little goth. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just do a flat color. I know I'm going like back and forth here. It's my character, okay? It's my character. They won't let me make a ginger, so I have to play around. Purple nurple. Purple is great. Purple is awesome. That's what it is. Alright, eyes. Okay, well. I can have pretty eyes. Oh my god, fabulous! I'm absolutely fantastic today. How are you, Stacy? Are you being such a bitch today, or are you actually being nice to your friends? Okay, hold on. Kinda like that one. I'm gonna go with those ones. Yeah, cause... Yeah, I like that eye. Okay, so you can actually affect the tilt too, which is nice. Oh, that's barely a slider. I mean, come on. -10 to 10, there's like hardly any difference. Why'd you even bother? Yeah, I can affect the eyelashes. Interesting. Wait, don't spoil that on me, Nico. I haven't seen the weapons yet. I have tried to avoid too much spoilers about this new MMO, because I wanted to go in with a fresh opinion, so before I read the rest of your comment, I have not looked at the weapons yet. We will look at that shortly, don't worry. I'm trying to make my way through the character creator while still making a character I like. Actually, I just had an idea. I can do white hair, so why not go full bore with that? We'll go a little. We'll have a little bit of fun with the white hair. We'll do that. Go full Witcher. That's what I. Well, not specifically Witcher, but I do want to do the white hair. I think it'll be interesting. Eyebrows. Those will stay black because that just looks weird. So I'll leave it like that. Eyes. Actually, what does the eyelashes look like if I make those? Nope, no. That is just creepy looking. Yeah, leave those also black. Okay, pupil. Now, can we go crazy with this coloration? Well, you can't go pure red, but oh, you kind of can. That's pretty red. Apparently, you can have heterochromia too. Wait, there's layered coloring. What does this look like? All right, so that red, do 2. Okay, I can kind of see that, but I don't think I can make that look good. Is the thing. That is curious, though. What if I go for like a yellow? Okay, I kind of like that. Alright, so I'm torn between 2 colors. I'm gonna go either purple or yellow. That right there. What should I do, purple or yellow? Because I don't think red looks. It doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't look great. A Witcher or a Targaryen? The Targaryens have red eyes? I don't remember. Oh, sorry, purple. Ugh. Did they? I have to look that up. I don't remember. I have not been into the Witcher stuff in a hot minute. Go purple, less Geralt. That is true. Plus, I like purple. Yeah, we'll go with purple. Alright, so let's make sure I get the right shade of purple that I want, which is not quite a magenta. Also make sure that that looks right. I kind of like that white highlight right there, so I'll leave that there. And I don't even know what layer 4 is. Okay, so that looks good. Purple for the win. Alright, so let's also look through the different eye shapes we can go for. I'm not really seeing the difference. Guess we'll do that one. That's more bestial. I like that one too. Shit, I think I'll go with that one. That one actually looks nicer. Okay. Alright, let's zip through the rest of this because I think I don't really care about the news. That's fine. Mouth. Go with that one, I guess. I can give myself sharp teeth. Okay. I don't know if I want, like, razor sharp teeth or anything. I think I'll leave my teeth normal. Yeah, because I don't see a need for, like, quirky teeth. Alright, beard. I can already tell you that I ain't gonna let me do anything too interesting, because that would be fun. Really? They don't let you go full, like, you know... Come on, you know? Come on, come on! Let you go... No? Well, I guess you don't see too many Asian men with, like, this level of a beard, so... I guess I see why. It's just... Come on, man. Come on! I think, like, that looks too scruffy for me, so... Because if you don't go full beard and you have that, it's just doesn't look right in my opinion. So yeah, we'll do a little under chin. Why not? It's something. Okay. What's this? Oh, I can put on makeup. Okay. I think we're good on that. Wait, what's markings before I go any further? Oh, well that I might add. You think Elden Ring has the best character creator? I genuinely don't know what game I would give the title of best character creator, but I guess Elden Ring is as good as any. Like FromSoft let you go like hog ham with it and they let you make like monstrosities and shit. So yeah, I guess it's as good as any. I just don't have it like an alternative anyway. So scars on the eye. Scar on the other cheek. Do I want to do that or do I want to do the... Actually, I can't tell if that's supposed to be like scarring or if that's supposed to just be like a mark. We'll do that. Here's a backstory of being a scarred warrior. Alright, what's this? Oh! I'll make him tall, bulky, chest. Chest can. His hips don't lie. Okay. They don't really let you go too crazy with it, do they? I mean, it's an MMO. I can kind of get that. Make him Dorn. I'd like to. That'd be cool. But it doesn't look like they'll let me. As it is, I'm actually happy they at least let me do like that with like the height. The rest of it's just kind of meh. What it lets you do. So, yeah. Sometimes the sliders are really for show, and in this one they kind of are. I'm now curious to see if the women have like a boob slider, but not so much to go all the way back. Alright, so we made our character. We're cool. Let's keep going. Oh, class selection. Let me move my thing over here. Alright, so class selection. This is where we're going to learn about them. Okay, so again, I've gone in pretty blind, so I don't know what all these are. So, first class. Verdant Oracle. Wields a nature ring. Excellent in long-range healing. Channels the verdant essence of the forest to deliver exceptional healing and buffs. Alright, so it's a support class. Intellect, luck, mastery is its key attributes. Difficulty 2. Interesting they put a difficulty set on it. Heavy Guardian. Wields a guard blade. Okay, guard blade? What's a... So it's just a big ass blade. Oh, it's like one where it's got like a little blade at the edge and blade on... Okay. It's not quite like a... It is a big ass blade, but it's not like... It's more of like that spinny one. Alright, so this is definitely a tank. Channels the power of stone to form a protective shell offering exceptional defense and control. Okay, that one's interesting. I do like playing tanks, so... Put that one in the back burner. Marksman. This one's pretty straightforward, I guess. It's a master of archery. Wields a bow, excelling in long-range combat. Partners with animal companions to a niche wide. Oh, it's a hunter. So it's a hunter from WoW, pretty much. If you like animal companions. Okay, frost mage. I mean, that's right in the name. It's a mage that specializes in frost. Wait, so you can only do frost? Isn't that like fire mage and shit? That's weird. Why wouldn't you just make a general mage class and have like different elemental abilities? Hell, even if it's just aesthetic. That's a weird choice for me, but it's not bad necessarily. Shield Knight. Wields a sword and shield, excelling in close-range combat. So the standard traditional sword and board, although it's a tank. Whereas Radiant Light Forged Armor, boasting exceptional defense and self-healing. Oh, so it's a paladin. Okay, so Shield Knight, I'm already like... I'm going to default to Shield Knight, but let me read the rest. Because I do like that. Strength, crit, mastery. Spec that uses Valor, Bash is a special attack. Okay. What's a Wind Knight? Excels in close-range combat using a lance as a weapon. Agile and fast, possessing excellent small area attack capabilities. Okay. That's your Lancer. Stormblade. Wields a Reaper Scythe. Ooh, we have competition for Shield Knight now. Wields a I am Mr. Edgy Man. I loves me some scythes. Excelling in close-range combat, switches seamlessly between scythe and longsword forms, delivering precise area attacks. Okay. It's got a high difficulty, though. I wonder why. Agility, crit mastery. Okay. Best performer. It's this game's take on a bard, I guess. Okay, that's kind of fun though. It is. I wouldn't play that, but that's nice that they have that for a class. All right, so for me, it's probably gonna be Shield Knight. I really do like Stormblade, but I think for my first class, I do want something that's more tanky. Actually, one thing I'm curious about. So this one's a tank, right? Alright, so there's one support. So there's only one, oh sorry, there's two support classes, the Best Performer and Verdant Oracle. There's one, two, right, and there's two tank classes. Then everybody else seems to be attack. That's interesting. Usually some games try and like mix it up a bit more with like having equal number of choices for tank, support, or DPS. This game, most of your choices are DPS. You have two tank classes and two support classes. And I guess there's no like rule out there that says they have to have like equal numbers of stuff. It's just it is interesting to see. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Shield Knight. Yeah, that seems to fit both my character's aesthetic and also the kind of class I tend to play in these, especially starting out. So that's the one we shall choose. Shield Knight. Confirm you to choose this class. Confirm. And we shall... put that back over here. Swept the waters, fishing level... Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold, time out. I just got an achievement on Steam for this game. It says swept the waters, fishing level 20. I have done no such fishing. What? I think I might have hit a glitch. 71, the secret of breaking free from civilization limit ties lies right before you. Wait, am I in the ocean or where am I? What the? This is a start. Okay. Was it a dream? What the fuck just happened? This is a start. I have a cat. Alright, so we're gonna go medium. I don't think there's a need to go low. I think my rig can handle it. Okay. Yeah, read the letter. Two. The one still lost in Pillow Paradise. Had a good rest? Hope that by the time you read this, you'll be fully recharged and ready to go. I left some brand new clothes for you by the... So wait, do we just get isekai'd? What the fuck just happened? Those you by the window, make sure you wear them properly, okay? As for your old outfit, it was a total disaster. I took care of it for you. You're welcome. Once you're all set, come find me downstairs among the crowd, the most dazzling girl of them all, shining like starlight. No need to guess, that's me. Okay, girly, calm down. Goddamn. By the window, they're really okay. So I don't have a cat. The cat's just part of the place. There really is a new outfit. Did it? Irona, leave it for me. Okay, this is interesting. I will say, like, looking at the character sheet right here, this reminds me of a lot of anime. Where the isekai, where they open up, like, the stat screen, like, I've been isekai to a new world. There's almost always a stat screen. There's a stat screen. Oh, look at my stats. Unlike them, I'm assuming I'm not OP as shit. For some cheat. Very youthful voice. Nice piece. Okay. Track current quest. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so right click seems to be a dodge. Alright, so it's definitely action combat system.
本当に問題はないんでしょうな。
もちろん、あの子が目覚めたらパケ前は73よ。私が7であなたが3。
I get 70 fair?
相変わらずですな。
あ、起きたわね。さあ、こっちこっち。よく眠れた？お部屋は快適？新しい服は？全部私が用意したのよ。まだちょっと寝ぼけてるみたいね。じゃあしっかり目が覚めるようにしてあげるわ。
A lot is happening all at once here. Hear what I think I heard? Is this a robbery? Is this place a scam? Is this a robbery? Stupid is something so crude as robbery. Who the fuck are you? This all seems rather suspicious. This all seems rather confusing.
一つ忠告しておきましょう。こちらのお嬢さんは見た目によらず。
Take care, don't be fooled by her innocent facade. She's actually.
マスター、取り分なんだけど、
Also, I'll cut you in
64でどうかしら。
60 for me,
私
40
は
for
ここ
you.
で
What
あ
do you
な
say?
たはよ。
いいでしょう。では、お二人でごゆっくりどうぞ。
This really doesn't seem like an honest tavern.
ごめんなさいね。ちょっと誤解を招くような感じだったけど、ちゃんと状況を説明するから。
I would appreciate some explanation, yes.
ここはそうめんコイン亭。この
The
町で
double-faced
一橋の評価を
coin.
誇る有名な酒場よ。私はアルーナ。たまにバイトでこのお店をお手伝いしてる
I
の。
will switch it to English. I didn't even realize it defaulted to Japanese, I guess. Charming tavern with 99% positive ratings citywide. I'm Irona. Just working here part-time to earn a little extra on the side.
あなたがさっきまで寝ていたお部屋も新しい服も私が心を込めて用意したものなの。なかなかのサービスでしょ。
Appreciate your consideration. Thank you for everything, Irona. Appreciate your consideration.
お礼なんていらないわ。お客様へのおもてなしは当然のことだもの。だけど
You're welcome. Taking care, I guess, is what I do. Though I should mention that while you were unconscious, you've been enjoying our services on. Oh, you.
当然無料というわ
It's
け
time
に
to
はいか
settle
ない。
your accounts.
まず日当たり最高のスイートルームが1泊500ルーノね。新品の冒険者セット一式で500ルーノ。そして最後に手数料が8000ルーノ。そこをサービス価格でなんと8999
Holy
ル
shit.
ーノよ。
That's 500
お買い
for
得でしょ。
the sunny single room, 500 for the complete adventurer outfit, and an 8,000 service fee. Okay, I know that this is probably based on yen and or like whatever China has for their currency. But going based on my knowledge of yen, I have no knowledge of Chinese currency. So, like, I know in yen, like 500 is like $5. Like it's a big number here in the U.S. because like we break it up into, you know, change, dollars, grands. You know, like we break it up a bit more. In Japan, if I recall correctly, they just have like a big ass yen number. So like. Knowing that logically, I'm like, okay, 500 is $5, $5, and then it's like $80 for service fee. So it's still like a little bit of daylight robbery, just a little bit, because it still adds up to like just short of like $90 for all that. But that's not like it's not like to my American brain, it's not like as comically absurd as, hey, give me $500, $500, and another $8,000. I'm hoping that's not what this currency translates to, but we'll find out. So when is a service fee that expensive? How exactly is this a bargain?
いい？
Hey,
ちゃん
see
と
me out.
聞いてね。
This service
こ
fee
の
is
手
actually
数料
my
は
compensation
あ
for
なたの
saving your
命を
life.
救ったことの対価なの。
No emotional blackmail there.
すっごく大変だったんだから。あなたをモンスターから救い出してたった8000ルーノなんて。むしろ良心的なお値段じゃない？
I went through great trouble to pull you out of the goblin's cooking pot. 8,000 luno for a life seems quite reasonable, doesn't it? Okay. Best fantasy anime, in your opinion, is Recording of Lodos War. I don't actually know that one, I don't think. Delicious in Dungeon, I do know that one. I actually haven't watched it. Freerun, I have watched most of Freerun. And your current favorite is Witch Hat Altair. I think my current favorite, because it does change, actually. With anime, they do actually tend to start like trying to one-up themselves and do better and better. I think my current favorite, that's a little hard, because there are some that, like, there's a lot more world building that I love, and there's some where it's the characters that I really love and less the setting. So I'm trying to filter out between the two. In terms of, like, world, yeah, I'd have to think about that, because there's actually quite a few that are really up my list. Like, the first one that came to mind, though I'm questioning it now that I'm trying to like think through all of them in my head. First one that came to mind was the Silent Witch. That's a brand new one that came out recently, but I really like what they've been doing with it. Yes, animation-wise, it's so fucking beautiful, but also the world they've steadily started to build a little bit more around the main character, and you start to get like the politics of it feels so intense. Like, it's not really my favorite because it's unique of a fantasy setting. It's actually a little bit generic, but it's just the way that they show it to you and they deliver it to you that I think like makes me fall in love with it so much. But again, I don't know for certain if I'd say it's like the top of the list. It's just the first one that came to mind, and it is a more recent anime. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. That'd be a pretty lengthy thought process. Cooking pot?
思い出させてあげましょうか。あの恐ろしい事件を。
Okay.
数日前、依頼でゴブリン
I
に
have a
捕ら
feeling
えた
she's
食料を
bullshitting.
繰り返しに行ったの。ゴブリンはすぐ倒せたわ。でもよく見たら、あなたがお鍋の中で美味しく煮込まれてたの。見捨てるわけにはいかないでしょ。だからここまで運んであげたのよ。何か思い出せた？
I don't remember any of this. Sorry to disappoint you.
え？
You
つ
saying
ま
you
り
don't
全部
remember any of this?
忘れちゃった？そんな。じゃあ自分のことは思い出せる？
I try to recall my past, but my mind is completely blank. Even the strange dream from before has faded into a blur.
名前、家族、出身、何か覚えてない？
All I know is that I'm human.
この真剣な目、嘘のようには見えないわね。まさかモンスターにコトコト煮込まれたショックで記憶が？じゃあどう呼べばいいかしら。せっかくだから
Sexy
インパクトのある名前
Steamer
にしましょう
King?
か。
What?
例えば黙々サウナキングとか
Or Goblin
ブガリ
Hunter
の兄貴
Forever.
とか。
Can I pause you, lady, and ask you about that first one? Sexy Steamer King. Can I ask you a question? How much did you enjoy disrobing me? I got my eye on you. I might call the 911. Or whatever equivalent you guys have. And you must be Shining Scallion. Then you must be Evil Green Gradient.
なんてこと。私に並ぶネーミングセンスの人に出会えるなんて。お願い、あなたの名前を教えて。
What? A wordsmith rivaling my own prowess? I've never seen such talent. By the old gods and new, tell me your name, I beg you. Okay, that feels very Game of Thrones, by old gods and new. Isn't that a common thing in Game of Thrones? Not that I think that they're emulating that in any way, it's just... That just feels familiar. Enter your name. Well, of course, there's only one name that's appropriate.
じゃあこれからはその名前で呼ぶわ。よろしくね。それはそうと、さっきのサービス価格の話は覚えてる？8999ルーの
Sorry, I can't.
アステル
Well,
リーズ
I can do an
最安値
IOU,
なんだけど
can I? It's like...
払えるよね。
Yeah, like, if I could, like, fully control what I say in this conversation, I'd be like, well, I don't have any money. I don't even remember what money or Luno even is, but I will earn that 8,000 I apparently owe you. I'd still call bullshit on that, but I'd earn that and pay you back. Sorry, I can't.
嘘。まさかただ働き？
当てが外れましたか、アルーナさん。助けた相手はもんなし。つまり代金はすべてあなたのツケということで。やれやれ。あれほど今月こそは下宿代を払うと言っていたのに。取らぬたぬきのですな。
マスター、長い付き合いなんだから。
Ah, so she's also okay. She's also you little
そ
rat.
の長い付き合いで貯まった下宿代が
No,
2
I'll
年と
just have
3
2
ヶ
years,
月
3 months, and 1 day of
それ
rent.
にそちらの宿代でプラス1日。悪いが
I read to inform you that I cannot make any more
もう待ってはあげられま
accommodations.
せんな。
2 years? Now, I know that's not how long we've been there, but she's been like freeloading that long. God damn.
1ヶ月以内に全額支払うこと。それが無理なら開拓局と守備隊に通報して正式に。
わかりました。お願いだからあいつらには言わないで。
Isn't there... Okay. Isn't there like an adventurers guild or some place we can go to like earn some quick cash? I see what's happening. Aruna owes a tavern a substantial debt. She rescued me and brought me here. Hoping to get Luno for me to pay off what she owes. But unfortunately, not only do I not have any Luno, I know nothing about my past, making me about the worst possible mark for her to plan. Stand by and watch, defend.
いい心がけです。だが、今回の
How kind of you. I appreciate the sentiment. However, all your expenses were advanced by Lady Aruna from our tavern and are part of her personal debt. Technically, I have no reason to make you responsible for her debt. Okay, I'll think about it. Please don't push her now. Push her now?
命の恩人を見捨てるなんてそんなことはしないわよね。
I know you wouldn't abandon your savior, right? Right? Especially since I've already been your personal golden goose for rent and fashion. And you did save my life after I have nowhere else to go now. I mean, you did save my life, so... I don't know how true the goblin part was, but... Okay, well, if you want to help me earn more, like, yeah, sure. Luno for free. Okay, little scam artist, lead the way.
早くも悪巧みですかな。最終期限まであと1ヶ月。お二人の朗報を楽しみに待っておりますよ。
じゃあ出発しましょう。
Yay, let's go, let's go. As everyone walk away, the owner lets out a sigh of resignation.
アルーナさんが本気を出せば、こんなツケなど。
She easily cleared our debts by taking on just a few commissions. If only she weren't so lazy.
何せ、彼女は。
She is the cliffhanger. Okay. Interesting. Oh. I guess those are other players right there who are going through their cinematics. Okay. Alright, so real quick. Is there a way... Mail. What do I get for mail? Dear Adventurer, thank you for your support. Pre-registration milestones have far exceeded expectations. Your support at the very start of this adventure means a lot to us. We hope you have a happy start to your BPSR journey. Please claim the rewards with appreciation. What the hell? 125, whatever that is. 480, whatever that is. Wait, is that Luno? Hey, good news! I can pay your debt, lady! I got a dog. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Rose Orb. Yeah, that's Luno. Basic Star Chestbound. I didn't see what the dog was. Actually, no. I guess I can click here. Loyal Pickup Pup. A mount? That's a mount? Okay. Soar to new heights, adventurer. Dear adventurer, as a token of our gratitude, the Pioneer Bureau is pleased to make available the exclusive balloon mount. What? Available only in our client users. Take to the skies, and let it add new excitement to your adventures. This reward is available for a limited time, so please be sure to claim it before it floats away. With appreciation, BPSR, Team Soar to New Heights Adventurer. Oh wait, did it just like copy the... It copy and pasted the same message twice. Okay. It's a little jank. With appreciation. Okay. So we, Got a balloon mount. Whatever the hell that means. Alright, so let's see about language and stuff. Is there a language option? This is all graphical. Camera correction, controller settings, PC settings, glide operation, battle preferences. Oh, I don't think you can. I think that is it. I think it is only in Japanese. Huh. Okay. Well, hope all y'all like Japanese. And I don't mind it. It's just I don't know if I'll read every single sentence. Okay. So I'm assuming this Edrin guy, that's also a player. There's a monkey fellow with stuff. So, real quick. Alright, Asmogan. Oh, I can change the name. Okay. Titles. I have none. Makes sense. Adventurer level 2. I'm already level 2, you say. That was fast. Oh. Oh, apparently I'll be able to switch later on. Wait, what's this unlock button? Oh, okay, okay. So they pull the Final Fantasy 14. You can play all the classes and as one character. Okay. Interesting. I mean, that's not a bad idea for them. I'll hold judgment on it though, because whether I think that's like a good feature or not will depend on how they do it. Because Final Fantasy 14 did it right, where it's a whole quest line, it's a whole thing. To switch between classes is not something you can do on the fly. You have to. I feel like we're starting a whole new chapter. Come on, let's begin our Luno earning adventure. Sounds good to me. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. We're in Asteroids now, the most vibrant city in all the plains. It's full of life. It's forged powerful weapons from Bafarian legacies. Fashion designers showcase dazzling new looks. Culinary enthusiasts gather in the food district trading recipes and hunting for flavor. It feels like whatever you're searching for, you'll find it here. You're gonna fall in love with this city. I just know it. Right. However, if I had to describe Asteroids in one word, it would be extraordinary. Just like this device beside me. It's Engram Hub, a teleportal. So I had a stroke. A teleportal. Through it, you can freely travel between... I don't know why that reads so weird to me. Welcome back, Pink. A teleportal. Usually I'm used to a teleporter or a... I'm used to a teleporter, a portal. I've never seen a teleportal. That word... I guess like that makes sense as like a word or a name of a thing. It's just weird. My brain like doesn't like saying it. Welcome, M. This game is nice to look at. And so far, I like the art. I like the art style. I'll have to look it up. It doesn't seem like I can switch the VA to English, which I normally don't mind, because when I watch anime, I watch it Japanese subbed, but sorry, Japanese dubbed. But for streaming, I tend to play Japanese games in English, so you can reach your destination. Simply touch it gently to activate it. It's incredibly convenient. Would you like to try it yourself? You gotta look for English. I'm assuming you didn't find it. Yeah, I couldn't find it. Yeah, I checked the settings. Maybe it's in the main menu. I don't want to exit to the main menu just for that right now. But yeah, if we go to like audio settings, there's all the sliders, and there's resource files, and that's it. No, yeah. Figures. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing ever. It makes, yeah. I will say this, I'm happy it's Japanese and not Chinese. Not to be too discriminatory, but Chinese is, for me anyway, the language is not fun to listen to. Maybe it's just I've watched so much like Japanese anime that's comforting to listen to, and I've so rarely come across like Mandarin or like Chinese speakers that the language is just a little bit more annoying to listen to. But yeah, at least it's in Japanese. Alright, activate the hub. Map. Okay. Alright, so this is our immediate town. Asteroids Beach, Central District, Artisan Guild, Port Town. Arena Town, Unit X, Research Facility. Research Facility. shrine area. Alright, let's do a big zoom out. Okay. So this is the plains. This will be like our first area to go to, I'm assuming. Oh, whoops. Skimmer's Lair. Windhowl Canyon, Everfall Forest, Dusk Dye Woods. And I'm assuming either that the rest of the map is just obscured, or they haven't added all this stuff yet. That's potentially expansions and zones in the future. And I guess I'll find out. I'm just curious if this ends up all being like, this is what's available currently, or if there is other stuff that's currently available and it's just hidden at the time. On the one hand, it will mean reading subtitles. On the other hand, no dipshit English voice actor can try to ruin it. That is true. I enjoy good dubs, but tend to hate the actors for their behavior online. Yeah, especially lately. Like, they are fucking wicked activists. It's annoying. It's time gated, so 2 hours a day for leveling. Wait, what? They only let you spend 2 hours a day leveling? That sucks. Wait, so like, oh wait, what like, like, yeah, maybe less. I can't wrap my head around that. What exactly does that mean? Like, they kick you out of the zones after 2 hours? What does that mean? So, like, if I were to go to the Esther Plains right now, they'd kick me out after 2 hours? Or is it, like, just that XP just stops being gained after 2 hours? How does that work? What? I'm looking this up. Because I genuinely don't know if you're fucking with me right now or not. Blue Pro... Call 2 hour. Alright, so Googling the AI overview, and it's Google AI, so this is probably at least partially wrong, but it says, in Blue Protocol Star Resonance, the 2 hour experience EXP bonus is a catch-up mechanic, not a general limit. It provides a double XP boost to help new or returning players reach the current level cap faster. How the system works, time-gated leveling, so by the sounds of it, it's just 2 hours of bonus XP. It's not like you stop earning XP. But let me go to this before I just rely on the AI. Let me go to the Steam forums. Topic details. Lost My Leg says hard pass for me. Time gated content and auto combat. What are the devs thinking? Time gated, really? Saw the main reason I'm probably skipping to 2025. Still getting content is crazy. It's your typical gotcha slop. Of course it is. Auto battle. There's auto battle as well. Really? So this comment just says, the time gating is very temporary and not at all a significant issue. The time gating is only on character level and is only for the first 2 weeks of release. Level cap is 60 and it opens up after day 13. You can still play and do whatever activities advanced character. Time gating is intended to keep players who join a few days or a week after release. Oh, okay. So I see. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. So... they have, so you're right, and not say like you like. I figured you had to be talking at least on some kind of. That was a part of it. I thought you might be trolling. But, like, looking at the Steam... So, if that comment is correct, it's a temporary thing. But I will agree that's still a fucking problem, though. That's so stupid. Like, I could understand a 48-hour cap at release. Even then, that's still stupid. But at the very least, I could understand a 48-hour cap. It's like, okay, for the first 2 days of the game, we just want to let everyone try and, like, play together and like, of equal level, work to progress at an equal level so everyone hits cap level at the same time, so we have a huge end game or max level community. It's still stupid. I think you should let people just progress at the rate that they want to progress. That's just me. But if we have to wait 13 days, that's 2 weeks, pretty much, for it to just open up, we can level it as we want. That's just stupid. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world if it is truly temporary, but to limit everybody artificially like this feels silly. Let me finish reading that full comment, though. You can still play and do other activities to advance your character. The time gating is intended to keep players who join a few days or a week after release to not feel too far behind. The OP just wants to stir drama and obviously Jester Farm. I mean, looking at the OP poster, yeah, they only have Jesters. Okay. I am curious about the auto combat comment, though. I guess we'll see about the auto combat thing. If it's like, I don't know. I definitely hate auto combat systems. It's stupid. But let's keep going. Now, let me introduce you to the magnificent Luno plan. Now, Asteroids is celebrating the Sea Breeze Festival, which gives us a golden opportunity. Golden chance. What sort of opportunity? Sea Breeze Festival. What sort of opportunity?
ほぼ全てのお店で無料イベントをしてるの。それに参加するだけでルーノや豪華景品がたくさん手に入るってわけ。
That's the mobile influence auto combat. Yeah, I did see that this game is coming out on mobile, so that was another red flag I saw before. Like the two big red flags going into this game, for me were, well, obviously Tencent, but like I guess the three. The three is Tencent's involved. Two was that it was free to play. Whenever a game, especially an MMORPG, is free to play, that just translates to wicked microtransactions. Oftentimes, it also means pay to win and pay to progress. I'm hoping that at most it's pay to progress, not pay to necessarily win. Now, of course, the people out there who take that too literally, I don't mean like, oh, they give money and they like beat the game. No, pay to win doesn't mean that. Pay to win means giving an unfair advantage to players who give over money. And pay to progress is a form of pay to win, but it can come in forms that's less cumbersome. Like, you can have pay to progress and it not too badly affect other players. It just depends on what you're progressing. Is all those, to be honest? Ugh, great. I just want an MMO to come out that's like, it can have microtransactions, but let them just be cosmetic and like really like. Okay, there's no PvP also, so I guess it's not pay to win. Yeah, I mean if there's no PvP, yeah, that's true. So at that point it's just pay to progress. I still don't like pay to look cool. Yeah, pay to look cool is fine. I find it annoying still, but if that's the worst it gets is pay to look cool, I don't care. Like, at this point, I'll settle for that for microtransactions. It's fine if people want to do that. As long as there's a free-to-play way to look cool as well, like doing hardcore or like difficult content, I don't care. It's only in games where it's like, okay, you have to pay. Like, you have to pay money to look at all cool. those games, yeah, no, that pisses me off because you got to have a way for the free-to-play players to at least look in a fashion cool if they put in the effort. Otherwise, the free-to-play label on your game really is just silly. Alright, but yeah, I'll keep playing. But I'm curious how much of like my worst fears and part of what was suggested by those Steam comments is true.
つまり私たちお財布空っぽコンビにはぴったりなお祭りなの。
It's a try a look. Okay, penniless, I don't like the word. Mooch off the festivities.
ちなみに私の現在の所持金はわずか1ルーノ。でも心配はいらないわ。アルーナ様の計画は完璧なんだから。
Brilliant plan. The same brilliant plan that led you to try and mooch off my ass by saving me out in the wild before checking that I had any money.
さて、この賑やかな場所が海風通り。この開封祭の中心的な大通りね。さあ、楽しい開封祭の冒険が始まるわ。
Star Residence, Episode 1, beginning the journey. Okay. Actually, before I go any further, I am curious to look at, like, other players' character designs. Oh, I like that one. Little whites and stuff. Deeble. Idrin. Alright, so this guy went with the more default, like, main character design. I kind of... Oh, they did heterochromia with purple and red. I kind of like that. It's nice. Deeble. I'm going to say this up front. Probably guys are playing these characters. Not that I judge. Like, it's fine. Especially in anime games, I definitely get the, like, playing, like, female characters. I do. Like... It's like it's a nice little waifu you yourself get to make, so I'm not judging on that, but it is probably a dude playing this. Not 100%, because there are a lot of female like VTubers and stuff now, and like people who, like, you know, women who are getting into MMOs. There was always women in MMOs, but they were rare. But I'm thinking probably a guy. You have the same place? Oh, okay, so you're in the starting area too. I'm always male in MMOs, to be honest, and Archer. Yeah, in most MMOs, I play a male character as well, because I like to play like a more fantasized version of myself. Obviously, like, you know, I never could be like a great sword wielding badass. Well, currently not as I currently am for sure, but it is. I like to play like a fantasized version of myself. I don't like to play myself. I like to play myself if I thought I was cooler. So that's always been my approach to MMOs, but I do understand the logic of playing a female character for, like, a dude to play, for the sense of it's a woman, like, you get to basically make, like, your ideal woman and, like, play her being a badass. I do get the concept, so it's, you know, I don't judge it. It's just, for me, I like to play a fantasized version of myself, so. I usually play tanks, like in World of Warcraft. Prior to Wrath of the Lich King, I played primarily a warrior tank, a prot warrior, and after Wrath of the Lich King, I primarily played a Death Knight, but then I switched later on to a paladin for the longest time, and then a warlock. So I've kind of like mixed up my classes, but I tended to play a tank when I played, and I will go back to it hopefully relatively soon. When I played Final Fantasy XIV, my favorite class for the longest time was Dark Knight, and then I later, like, my main tank class is definitely Dark Knight, but I also later started playing Reaper a lot more. Did I have red hair, to be honest, bro? Missed that one. Well, I tried to put red hair. Actually, are you referencing that earlier where I tried to put red hair on? Because it failed. I tried to put red hair on him. The most saturated red I could do was of a much darker shade. It was also almost a maroon. If I went all the way to the highest, like, color red, it's pink. It's not even red. I tried to actually make a version of my character. It just didn't work. Plus the beards, like, typical of like Asian MMOs, but the beards are always so lacking. Like they don't ever do like scruffy beards. Yeah, so I ended up not being able to make, you know, me like I wanted to. So I ended up having to go with like a completely different looking character than me. Cause yeah, I hope they fix that. Because it doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like you should be able, especially in an anime-esque game, you should be able to go, like, vibrant colors, like saturated reds. It feels weird to me that if I turn the red all the way up, it's pink or a salmon color. Like, I don't know why it's so faded. Anyway, who's this guy? Jared. Hello, Jared. Welcome to the Seabreeze Festival. We're delighted to have you. For festival pass applications, please come to me. Hello, Mr. Jared. Do you have a moment to talk? Goodness, Lady Arona. It's been quite some time since we last met. And who might this be? This is Asmogan, who will be working with me from now on. Could you please issue us 2 festival passes? Thanks. Absolutely. It's my privilege to serve the legendary Lady Arona and her companion. Privilege? Legendary? Legendary. Ah, you think the title isn't impressive enough, correct? Allow me to rephrase. It's my utmost honor to serve the pride of the Pioneer Bureau, legendary adventurer and shining star of the Astalides, the great Lady Arona and her companion. Oh, you are flattering me. Those are just empty titles. I prefer to keep a low profile. Please keep our participation in the festival between us, Mr. Jared. Of course. Here are your citywide festival passes. Besides participating in activities... Okay, cool. This should all be you can use them to display your preferred appearance and meet new friends. Jared Leto, where's your chin, mate? I'll get back to work now. Enjoy the Seabreeze Festival, both of you.
どうしたの?
The pride of the Pioneer Bureau, some kind of legendary adventurer, a shining star of Astalides. Gotta go to work. Alright, have fun, Pink. Don't let work get you down. I gotta go to work in a few hours, but... See how far in this we can get before I have to go. Actually, this is a little bit of a tangent, but I'm a little pissed at my work right now. Because I have to come in at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and I was only told that... Which I don't mind, like, them shifting my schedule around. I hate that I was only told yesterday. Like, yeah... Like, yes, like, it wasn't like a hint of it or anything. It's just, I assumed my normal schedule of being on my night shift. And I have night shift tonight. And I have to leave work tonight at 10 p.m. and then be at work tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I basically have enough time to get home, fall asleep, get up, and go to work. I don't even think I'll have time to take a shower in the morning, to be honest. Unless I literally hit the bed as soon as I get home, then I can clock out and before... Where you from, buddy? I'm from the United States. The most specific of location I'll ever get is I'm in the state of Maine. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately for, like, the environment, I love, like, Maine and, like, the rural areas. I just don't like the cities. The cities are utter shit right now. Like, and I don't mean shit as in, like, oh, it's a bit trashy and, like, it's got the standard, like, polluted feel that most cities have. No, I mean, like, you have like a 10%, 20% chance of being kidnapped if you're a young man. Thankfully, I'm not that young anymore. For you from the UK? Nice. I hope things improve there as well. Yeah, I live in the States, and yeah, the cities are really bad. Actually, I don't necessarily know if this is okay for me to talk about, but I'll leave names out of it. A coworker's daughter actually recently disappeared. Now, hopefully she'll be found soon, but it's kind of sad that the first assumption that all of us made when I heard that was that she was potentially kidnapped for trafficking. Because if you go into the city, any of the cities here, that's not entirely off the table. Especially if you look... You don't even actually have to be one. If you look like you might have done or do drugs, you're at a higher risk. Because the traffickers go after junkies a lot lately. That's why I tell most people, try and dress decently when you go out. Not even because it's just nice to do. It's just so that they don't assume you're a junkie. Because they will follow you. Potentially to your house. Depends on how far you go. It's just not safe to go in the cities. It absolutely is not. Forget calling the cops. The cops are fucking useless right now. Anyway, I don't want to go down that route too much, but that's just some recent stuff that... Yeah. I doubt it. Well, we can all hope. There's nothing ever wrong with hoping for things to get better. And I think, like, the moment you can't hope for better, or the moment you can't see a better ever happening, is a moment you need to pull back from. Because hope is the one thing you should hold on to, even if all logic really fights it. Because, yeah, you can't... Well, I'm not saying you are, but, like, generally speaking, you can't just give up. Because that's where, like, bad thoughts and nihilism and other things leak in where they shouldn't. But anyway, not talking about real stuff right now. Let's... Video games and escapism and anime waifus. Right, prior to the Pioneer Bureau, some kind of legendary adventure, or the Shining Star Asteroids. Some kind of legendary adventure?
まあちょっとした事情があってね。あんまり目立ちたくないの。
I may have a small reputation here due to past events, but I stay humble about it, as should you. You call that just a small reputation?
ちょっと疑いの目で見ないでくれる？自己プロデュースは大事なの。私はね、ちょっと有名なミステリアスで優雅なパーフェクト美少女なんだから。
Stop giving me that skeptical look. Public image is important, you know. To everyone else, I'm the very picture of elegance and mystery, a perfect beauty. You're also a deadbeat.
とはいえ、顔が売れてもお腹は膨れないのよね。冒険者の稼ぎなんて苦労の割にはスズメの涙。それにこの綺麗な髪も毎日。
Okay, I know she's being facetious, but still.
そりゃ、お財布も寂しくなるわよね。
However, fame doesn't put food on the table. Adventurers earn their Luna through honest work, and maintaining my beautiful hair takes resources. So naturally, I'm a bit short on funds. Sure, if you say so. Yeah, we'll go with that.
まだ疑ってるでしょ。いいわ。後で開拓局に行って確かめてみなさい。そんなことより、今はお祭りを楽しみましょう。豪華な景品とたくさんのルーヌが私たちを待ってるんだから。
I'm telling you the truth. You can see for yourself at the Pioneer Bureau later. For now, let's enjoy the festival. And all the prizes we're about to win. Alright. I'm still holding out. I don't know if I like her yet. I genuinely don't know if I like her yet. I don't dislike her. She's got a charm to her, but she's... I don't know. I'm holding out my jury. I'm leaning towards liking her, but... Hi, welcome to the Sea... Should I do different accents? Nah. Hi, welcome to Sea Breeze Festival. To the Sea Breeze Festival. Love and Beauty Coral Cottage. What would you like to have? We'd like to inquire about the Festival Limited Beauty Package. This costs us Luno. Is it free of charge? This costs us Luno. Well, the festival package doesn't cost any Luno, but there's a small condition for claiming it. The Coral Cottage has only recently opened, and we're looking for suitable models to create promotional images. I think you two match our salon's aesthetic perfectly. This green-haired lady even resembles a certain well-known figure. Would you help provide concepts for our promotional images? I'll certainly reward you with a package afterward. I'm perfectly fine with it. Asmogan, what about you? I suppose I could. What do we need to do? Since you two are strolling to the festival together, you must be good friends. Please show me a pose that demonstrates your beautiful friendship. I'll capture it with my brush. And I'll just stand here quietly and gaze at you with loving kindness. no cutting corners. The subtle elegance, a graceful green-haired beauty standing poised with a gently gaze. It would make a perfect painting. I'll just hold this pose perfectly still. As for you, express yourself in whatever pose you prefer. What kind of pose should I make? Jumps in the air, peace sign, serious stance with arms crossed. That's not a serious stance with my arms crossed. Game lied. What a perfect scene. Inspiration is washing over me like ocean waves. Thank you both. My bonus is secured. Here's the beauty bundle. We look forward to your next visit. Yes, Operation Penniless, first mission accomplished. Let's see what goodies we've got. You're hoping this game is a big TD goth, girlfriend? I am as well. I am as well.
Welcome, welcome. You two? Wait, this lady looks just like the famous Lady Arona. Could it be?
I'm her super fan. Woke up at 5 this morning to put on this makeup. You're such a good liar. Try not to laugh. Goes to you whispering, shh, don't blow my cover. You need to stay discreet.
That explains it. I've seen several Lady Arona impersonators today, but you're the most authentic one. Almost identical to the original. Your companion seems quite spirited too. Why not check out my merchandise? Join the event and you'll receive a free bubble wand.
Free bubble wand?
Exactly. All you need to do is complete the Seabreeze Festival survey. They're all
How long does this quest line go on for?
all very basic questions.
Okay, hold on. One. Let me read this whole thing. Seabreeze Festival survey. 1. In which region is the Seabreeze Festival held? A. The Duchy of Bernald, the Bomar Highlands, Astrolide City of Seabreeze. I'm gonna say C. What is the mascot of the Seabreeze Festival? A. Golden Napo. B. E-chan. C. Rab and Vita kittens. 3. What's the liveliest event at the Seabreeze Festival? A. Epic Poetry Slam. B. Sunbathe. C. Thunder Demon Smackdown. And the last one sounds epic. Note, the survey is extremely lighthearted, solely intended to ensure you have a pleasant day. If in doubt, please recall the universal rules of guessing answers. Always pick C. Any ideas? The survey mentions using the guessing method at the end. The safest bet is always C. Yes! That is true. I actually knew a guy who took the SATs my year. Well, actually, technically he was a year ahead of us. He took the SATs, he guessed all C, and apparently got like a wicked good score. I think he was like 1100 or something like that on the SATs that year. Which I think put him in like the top 10 people.
Oh, that's
Ariana. Oh, that's perfect. Some rules are just hardwired into us. C it is. C for everything.
completely correct. I told you they were simple, didn't I? Here's your festival bubble wand. Enjoy the Seabreeze Festival. Oh, and the Thunder Demon Smackdown event mentioned.
That is epic. That is Thunder Demon Smackdown.
Even event mentioned in the survey is just ahead if you're interested. You might want to check it out.
Alright, we're finally gonna get to some combat here. After filling out the registration forms of the staff, Irona and I made our way to the Thunder Demon Smackdown arena. I'm counting on you, my dear partner. I have absolute 1000% faith in your abilities. You're not coming with me? Trying to cut corners again. I have my reasons. If I were to show myself publicly and cause a scene, we'd both end up in Asolide's Defense Corps custody. Is there a warrant out for your fucking arrest? What? Okay. Okay. Extraordinary! We have a new score in this Thunder Demon Smackdown. That's record-breaking for sure. Congratulations, remarkable Thunder Demon champion. We're the winners. piece of cake. And I guess it really was, because I had a bunch of time. Would our champion please provide their esteemed name? We shall dutifully inscribe it at the top of the festival leaderboard. The honor roll. It's Asmogan. An impressive name. I look forward to seeing your more active participation in the future. Here's your champion's prize. I won't keep you two any longer. The Seabreeze Festival features many more exciting activities. You're both welcome to participate further. They can all be purchased in the store later. Of course they can. So I can get free earmuffs, a bucket helm, or a hat. I'm assuming this is pure aesthetic, so... And the bucket would be funny, but, fuck it, we'll get the bucket. Fuck it, get the bucket. Okay. Oh, beauty. Oh, we can change our hair anytime. So you don't even need to go to a beautician. And there are other hairstyles. They're oh, I see the bastards. They have it all locked behind stuff. I underestimated their ability to nickel and dime. Okay, this is very gotcha. A gentle sea breeze. Fireworks blooming just for you during the event. Head to the beach and search for treasures, perfect stars, fireworks. Okay. Curious. Afterwards, Irona and I, well, mostly me, continued to be active in the Seabreeze Festival. Before we knew it, we had actually tried every single activity available. Thunder Demon Smackdown, Shell County Rally, Balloon Challenge, champions across the board. You seem excited. Of course, as a champion's partner, I share in your achievement. That's the festival honor roll for you over there. Let's check the latest standings. Can't allow anyone to overtake us. Alright, event Thunder Demon Smackdown, Asmogan. Shell Counting Rally, Asmogan. So it looks like number 2 is Narulu on each one. Interesting. Unburst Balloon Blowing Challenge. Okay. What an undisputed champion, Asmogan. You truly made history today. Guess your kind words. What a fantastic haul. We could treat ourselves to something special today. Anyway, great place. Shall we head there now? Wait, did we get any Luno out of all that? Come on, please. Did someone just call out to us? You must be hearing things. Come on, don't pretend you can't hear me. Would this happen to be Narulu? The person who was second on each thing. The cat is cute. Excuse me, are you guys gone? Alright, so that's a boy. The phenomenal recruit who secured the championship in just one day? That's seem remarkable at all. How did you manage to... And you are... What do you want? I don't seem remarkable, asshole. Oh, what makes you remarkable? You have a cat? Oh. You are? Ah, okay, yep. Foreshadow. I am Narulu. The sea breeze itself rejoices at my arrival. Why is everyone here so arrogant? Don't get me wrong, like I almost respect it because everybody's like, you know, yeah, I'm awesome. What's up? I mean, I kind of respect that because way often than not, I meet a lot of people in real life who are like really like down on themselves. So it is nice to see people who are confident, but why, like Lady Arula over there, right? She's like, oh, I'm the most beautiful person, and I know it's facetious, but still, she's like, I'm the most beautiful person around, and I'm amazing, and I'm so fantastic. And this kid's over here like, oh, you're not very, you don't seem too remarkable. The festival itself rejoices at my presence. It's like, dude, drop the arrogance.
この祭りは本来俺の超越した実力を見せつける最高の舞台になるはずだった。なのにあんたがそれを台無しにしたんだ。
This festival was supposed to be my perfect chance to demonstrate my extraordinary talents, but thou stole the champion from mine. Speak like you weren't raised by AI. Wait, what?
なんかごちゃごちゃ言ってるけど、つまり全部負けちゃって悔しいってことでしょ?
Okay, they didn't even address the fact that I brought up AI. Okay. What's this kid muttering about? Let me translate. You're upset because Asmogan won the championship, correct?
思い出した。ナルルって全部2位にランキングされてた名前じゃない?
Ow, my back. I'm getting old. I'm getting very old. It's moving my back, and I'm like, Now I think about it, Narulu is the name of the second place competitor on All in the Honor Roll. I just want to brag for a second. I clocked that. Just want to brag about that. I clocked that shit.
そっかそっか。かわいそうなシルバーコレクターさん。
You're the unfortunate runner-up.
出たな。噂の勝者の陰でルーノを数える謎の
The legendary, mysterious green-haired woman counting Luno beside the champion.
その格好。まさかアルーナ様のモノマネ。
I'm here.
まあいい。俺の目的はあんたじゃない。
Okay, now I am getting seriously curious what Irona did.
海風通りの覇者よ。俺は宣言する。今この瞬間、お前を宿命のライバルに決めた。
Bet on Luno. I'll look forward to it.
今日一日必死にルーノを稼いでたけど、もしかして金欠か？宿命のライバルのひもじい様子なんて見ちゃいられない。
Are you about to give us money out of pity?
慈悲深いこのナルル様が
Thanks.
特別に救いの手を差し伸べてやる。
Being pitied. Excavation. That's not a bad guess, actually. I know, M, you're playing it, right? What was your first impressions of Irona? I'm curious. Because mine so far is, like, obviously she's being, like, a little facetious and playful and stuff. But, still, she's a little... Like, it's the fact that I logically know she is probably a badass, but she's being a moocher and just kind of... Like, I think the thing that's sticking with me most is she's been screwing over that tavern owner for 2 years. Mooching off his ass for 2 years. She's that behind on rent. It's like at some point, like, you're not just being a little facetious. You're like avoiding work. Behold the kind-hearted genius Naruru, here to light your path.
あんたらは最近話題の平原の怪異を聞いたことあるか？アステリア平原を旅する者は黒霧の怪異に襲われる。
You didn't think too much into it, to be honest?
そんな
Really?
噂が流れたせいで、
Okay, fair enough.
今年の開封祭はいつもよりずっと観光客が少ないんだ。
Well, that's not a good sign. I read it, then forgot it seconds later. I mean, yeah, I mean, they really aren't. To be fair, they really aren't letting things stew too much. It does feel so far like the story is more or less just kind of window dressing. Like it's to get you like into the game, and well, again, I'm being kind of mean. It's just that the pacing so far has been kind of out of whack. Like after character creation, it's just like we had that moment where we were kind of like floating into like a black abyss, and then we woke up, and then a bunch of shit is just happening all at once. So to be fair, there is very little to look into at the moment. Have you heard about the recent Tales of the Plains? This year's Seabreeze Festival has significantly fewer. You need English voice. It will immerse me more. Yeah, that's fair. Now for me, I don't need the English voice, and I'm still not fully immersed yet. I think that's due to pacing, but I get what you're saying. This year's Seabreeze Festival has significantly fewer out-of-town visitors because the plains have become perilous.
それだけじゃない。交易もほぼ止まってるらしいんだ。どこでも売ってたホーンゴートの角だって今じゃ絶賛高騰中だし。
Can we do an extermination mission then?
そこで開拓局が高額の懸賞金をかけて平原の怪異の真相を突き止められる冒険者を募集しているって話だ。
Also, not a lot of combat in the beginning. That is, I will say that is hurting it. Because the stream so far, right? We've been going for about an hour and 47 minutes, right? The only combat, and to be fair, let's knock off about 50 minutes of that. 50 minutes for my character creation part. The rest has been playing the actual game. So we've almost been playing the actual game for a proper hour now. We have yet to do combat outside of hitting that little dummy, and that lasted seconds. The game didn't even really explain any of my abilities to me. Which, you know, most MMOs let you learn them on your own. But also, well, I say most. The most popular MMOs tend to, like, piecemeal you your abilities one at a time. And this, partially due to it being an action combat, they don't give you your abilities one at a time as you level. You have, like, a full range of abilities from the outset. And I didn't know what half of those buttons did. So I guess I'll have to look at my character's abilities and figure that out on my own. But yeah, this first hour, it would have been good on them to more quickly give us at least a initial preview in the combat system. Pioneer Bureau is supposed to do new bounty adventurers who uncover the truth behind the tales of the plains will earn a substantial reward.
俺は年齢制限で応募できないだけだからな。あと数年もすればアステルリーズに名が轟く超一流の冒険者になってるはずなんだ。
You're not old enough. He looks about the same age as the body type 1 option for the boys. And presumably if you made a character who's body type 1, you would be old enough to be an adventurer. So my question is if he's at least resembles that same, like how much younger than the body type 1 of our character, quote unquote, is he? Like what is the age limit for adventuring?
とにかくルーノに困ってるならアステリア平原の調査に行ってみなよ。ただし安全第一だぞ。うっかり行方不明になったりするなよ。
This is the nicest rival I've ever seen. Narulu pressed a bundle into my hands and took off at a lightning speed.
顔を真っ赤にして逃げちゃった。あの子がくれたものを確認してみて。
You just want to see if he gave us money.
挑戦状とかじゃないわよね。
Calm down, you greedy hoe. God damn it. Asmogan, make good use of this Asterlead. Wait, he wrote a full thing? Use of this Asterlead's Chaos Survival Guide. As a sworn rival of Brave Kitten, you must not... Brave Kitten. You must not act like a reckless rookie. 1. Always keep a box of healing aromatic in your backpack for emergencies to prevent sudden fainting. 2. To enhance your weapon, go to the Artisan Guild and find a legacy expert. There's nothing they can't handle. 3. Pack sufficient food when heading out. Eating a little more won't hurt. For more treasure chests, wander around the plains more often. Be careful of dark mist and monster. Be careful of dark mist and monsters recently. Okay. Don't say you're so cute to monsters; they might take it seriously. Don't take on Miss Valeria's absolute safe commissions. Absolutely safe commissions. It's probably foreshadowing. Don't believe Miss Valeria when she says, this mission is very simple. Don't bully friendly little animals such as kittens, puppies, chicks. I mean, come on. Listen, I'm not Hassan, okay? You don't need to tell me that. I don't put a shock collar on my dog and go to town with the button. Actually, fun, well, not fun story. Story about that. My dog, her name's Juno. She's a Keeshond or Keeshond. Her previous owners that we got her from, gave her to us for free because they really wanted to get rid of her. They only had her for a year. She was a puppy. Like, she was just a little over a year when we got her. And when they brought her to the house, they really did not give a shit. Like, normally when people are surrendering a dog, or, like, giving one up, there's a little bit of, like, a depressive aura. But when we met these people, first of all... Okay, I'm actually, given what I'm about to tell you, I'm going to be a judgmental prick and mock them for their baser appearance. They were, like, big, fat people, super smelly. They were they were definitely, I would say borderline white trash. Yeah, I really didn't like them from the outset. But the dog, Juno, was, at the time, she was, get this, they named her, because we named her Juno, they named her Pupcake. Automatically, I'm annoyed. But she had a collar on her that had, like, this bulgy part. We didn't know what it was. And, like, while they were visiting and they were showing her off, and they were like, oh, yeah, she seems like a good fit here, so will you take her? And we're like, yeah, is there anything in particular we need to know? And she went, she barks a lot. She barks a lot. And then they, like, a week later, we got all the paperwork done and everything. She's our dog now. They drop her off with that collar on and just leave. And then Mom's, like, playing with her and looks at the collar and wondering what the bulky thing is. And Mom realizes it's a shock collar. And in the little bag that they gave us, with just some treats and stuff for her, they had given us the controller. So the first thing Mom does is take it off, looks at it, and goes, what the fuck? And then my mom's weird. The first thing she did is she, like, put it on to try it out, and she shocked herself at the setting that they had left it on. She presses the button, and I hear from my first floor apartment area here, I hear upstairs, there's, like, my mom scream. Like, ah! I'm like, what the fuck? I ran upstairs with my gun, thinking, like, something bad had happened. And she's, like, laughing as she's holding it and taking it off. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? She went, I just shocked myself with the collar. I'm like, first of all, why? Where'd you get a shock collar? What? And she takes it off. She went, I nearly pissed myself. That hurt so much. And we checked the settings. They had turned the shock all the way up to 70, like level 70. Out of, like, I think 100 settings. It was really high up, and Mom was, like, shaking in pain, and it was like, she took it off, there was, like, a mark right here, too. And I'm like, wait, they had a shock collar on her? Well, we figured it out. They put a shock collar on her to keep her quiet, because she barked. You know, that things dogs do to communicate. They put a shock collar on her. Because that was annoying. We also found out from a friend of those people that Pupcake was being kept in a single room that they had just layered the whole floor with, like, the puppy pad things to pee on, rather than letting her out and taking care of her. So not only were they shocking her for the crime of barking, what dogs do, God forbid, but they also kept her basically trapped in a single room. And we wondered why she was so energetic and neurotic every time we let her outside. It's because she barely got out before she came to us. And she still has a little bit of PTSD, by the way. Because my dad has, like, these old school, like, radios that he carries around. And, like, just the other day, like a week ago, Dad, like, walked in the house, like, just kind of holding it out like this. Because he was trying to check the battery pack on the bottom. I look over, and Juno is like flat on the ground, like with her ears down. She is petrified of being shocked because she thought what he was holding was the controller to her shock collar. It's been 3 years. She hasn't forgotten. She's still got PTSD from that shit. And it depresses the crap out of me that she ever got shocked. Cause yeah, she barks in a lot, but it's always ever to communicate specific things. She's a very well-behaved dog, and she's very, very nice. She's very, very... Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my dog. She probably won't like me picking her up. Look at this face. Hey, baby girl. Who would shock this? I know, I'll lay you down in a second, don't worry. They had a shock collar on her. She was just a puppy. You are really freaking heavy, girl. What have you been eating? You are a good girl. Don't worry, we won't ever give you to the Oompa Loompas again. Alright, let me bring you back upstairs. The people are just sick? Yeah. Some people really are. Like, no. Shock collar, like, I know they're legal. I don't care. They shouldn't be, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like to use a shock collar, you need to be like a licensed trainer. You can't just be an owner of a dog. Like, if you're a licensed trainer of dogs, you should be allowed to acquire an electric collar. And only for, like, severe cases where, like, the dog is extremely out of control. And you need some kind of stimuli, pain stimuli, to get their behavior in check. But even then, like, it would have to be a bit, like, if the dog is so ill-behaved that you need to shock them into behaving right, depending on if it's violence, maybe that dog should be put down instead. Now, obviously, a shock collar would be a preferred method to putting them down immediately, but to me, it's just an extreme solution to a problem that shouldn't exist. Like, every dog we've ever had, we've never had to use a shock collar. Not once. And we've had some pretty ill-behaved dogs, but we've never had to use a shock collar to get them to behave correctly. It's just... I just genuinely don't see the need. I know, that's why I brought it up, Nico. It's like, Hassan being revealed to shock his dog. And Hassan's audience is so full of shit, because they're like, oh, well, she clearly just stubbed her toe. He didn't shock her. It's not even a shock collar. See, he just showed it off. Yeah, he put black electrical tape over where the prongs can be removed. I wonder why. I swear to God. Like, I can't even say they're gullible. They know full well they're lying and running defense for him. They're just so full of shit. Anyway. Just want to talk about that because It's evil. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. It's just evil.
豪華な冒険用品だ。こんなにくれるなんて悪意はなさそうね。
With so many supplies, he doesn't seem to bear any ill will. He's nice indeed. What a lovely kid.
そういえば、ナルルが言ってた平原の会、私も聞いたことがあるわ。懸賞金が出てるなら、明日にでもアステリア平原へ行ってみましょう。
Actually, I've heard about the tales of the plains before. Since there's a bounty available, let's head to the plains. I guess I'm doing all the fighting again, aren't I? Alright, we might be finally getting to some combat. Do 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 do.
ここがアステリア平原。マグナ大陸の南にあ
This
る
is the Asteria
豊かな
Plains, a
大
lush
地よ。
region in the southern
点在するバファリア親族の遺跡
Varying
には
divine
ま
ruins
だ
are
たくさんのバ
everywhere
ファリア
filled
遺
with
産が眠
legacies
るの
and danger.
神秘的だけど危険もあるわ。それに数年前のバンハルト公国との独立戦争がまだこの地に傷跡を残してる。戦火により失われた村だってあるわ。それでもこの広大さと美しさは変わらない。冒険したくなるよね。
I would definitely like to explore it. Oh, hello. Oh. A little bit of a frame rate drop there. Asmogan, check it out! There's a Luno on the ground. Narulu mentioned the city's facing resource shortages, right? Even caprihorns are rising in price, and those small animals ahead are exactly that, caprihorns. Come on, let's stretch our legs. If fortune smiles on us, we might collect some caprihorns. I admire her capitalistic spirit, I will say that. She is very money-focused. Granted, she's in a severe amount of debt, so I can see why. Hey, that went pretty quick. Okay. Oh. Wait, how do I equip mount? Right, we got our doggo. Okay, that's fun. Also, welcome Yui Kagane. I apologize if I didn't welcome you earlier. It's just I was in the middle of my rant. So cruelty, neglect, and isolation. Yes, that is what they unfortunately did to Juno. And I have forever referred to that family that owned her previously as Oompa Loompas. Not because they're orange or green haired. The reason I call them that is they were, like I said, big and fat people that smelled terrible, and they waddled when they moved. So I have referred to them as the Oompa Loompas. I know it's petty. There's a fly running around here. I know it's petty, and I know maybe it's like immature insulting, but to me, they're dog abusers. Like, I genuinely think extremely lowly of them, so I will insult them on those immature grounds as much as I see fit. Because when people do bad things, I don't think you owe them any level of respect. You owe them human decency, which is like leaving them alone and not hurting them physically or anything like that, but you don't owe them respect anymore. When someone shows you who they are, believe them, and they showed themselves to be animal abusers who didn't care to take care of an innocent dog, so no, I have no respect for them whatsoever. The Oompa Loompas. Your skills are exceptional, far beyond most rookies I've encountered. The way you pursued that Capricorn's tail, there's something oddly familiar about your technique. All you did was watch. That's not true. This is Lady Ariona's special observation of love. I'm starting to believe you're a dependable accomplice. Companion. I haven't found anything strange about the plains so far. Should we keep going? Oh, we've come this far. Ooh, expertise. Ah. So there is a talent tree. That's okay. Light attack. Okay, so that just upgrades my light attack. Welcome back, Pink. So there's an item attached to this. Talent points. How to obtain. This better not list the store. Trial path, adventure leveling, talent training quests. Okay. Got it. I hate that fly. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so I am fully speccing in as a shield knight, so I'm not even thinking about picking up another class till I've maxed this one out, so it looks like you can't acquire these through purchase, which is good. So as long as that remains true, that is a huge upside. Yeah, because trial path, that doesn't seem to be related to any kind of purchase. Adventurer level is just, well, it's literally a level. And then talent training quests. Assuming the name is correct there, it's a quest, so it's actually something you have to physically do. What a miss. You missed my rant about Hassan and his abuse of dogs, and how I actually have a dog that was abused, ironically, with a shock collar. As well as neglect. But outside of that, you haven't missed too much. Things are pretty slow progressing so far, but it is an MMO, so that's actually normal. Condemn. Special effect. When casting a skill that consumes photon energy, there is a 30% fixed chance for basic attacks to evolve into Condemn. Okay. Special effect. Armor plus 2,000. 3 strength provides 2 armor. Every 1 holy sigil consumed grants a radiant shield equal to 30%. Ooh, I kind of want all 3 of these. Let me go down the tree here. It's a special effect plus 10 strength, plus 30 endurance, plus 10 strength. For every 20 points of photon energy consumed, gains a radiant shield. Each 1% haste increases the recovery speed of holy sigil. Okay. So what's like these in here? Blessing of a holy sigil. When using a skill that consumes holy sigils, 20% chance for your next holy sigil consuming skill to consume no holy sigils. The effect lasts for 8 seconds or until holy sigil consuming skill is cast. After casting an ultimate, all allies' max HP is increased by 10% for 10 seconds. Ooh, that'll be useful in group events. It's gonna require an arcane seal. Okay. And expertise 2 will be unlocked after 1 day, 16 hours. Okay. So these are locked time-wise anyway. Think I'll get that one. And that'll make me more durable, but this will make me... Yeah, we'll go with condemned. Right. Find the demi-human camp. Ambush merchant.
人間本当に人間大丈夫
Humans? Oh my, are you really humans?
何かあったんですか？本当に人間かってどういう
Yes, it appears so.
あれを見ればきっと君たちも取り乱す信じられない光景だった
Sigh. If you knew what we've been through, your brain would be doing backflips too. Just moments ago, I witnessed a sight so bizarre, so brain-meltingly unforgettable, I may never sleep again.
黒い霧に包まれた怪物に襲われたんだでも雪だるまの騎士に救われたんだ
Welcome, really? On the rocks? Question mark. This has been on my radar for a little while. It has been on mine, too. How have you been finding the game so far? Huh. I've only played about 2 hours, so I'm not going to give you a review or say anything with too much confidence, but I'll tell you with... so far in the game. Character creator is okay. It was decent. We made it through that. That took about 15 minutes because I was playing around with it a little bit. It's got some saturation issues with like color choices for hair and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. In terms of the actual game so far, the story has been 90% of what we've been going through. It's very quick-paced, and things are happening very rapidly, so the game doesn't give you a lot of time to really chew on things thus far. And again, gameplay-wise, I'm only about an hour, and a little over an hour and 10 minutes in. It's 90% been story. It's only been like... It's 90% been story, 5% traversal, and 5% combat. So I haven't had a lot of time to really form an opinion around that. I really don't think I'll be comfortable giving like an opinion on that for at least till we like have a decent break in the story and I can actually do some like leveling or some questing and do some side stuff. At current, it's okay. I mean, the game runs fine so far. I've had like when I first load into an area, there's some like frame rate issues initially, but it's like less than a minute. Honestly, like that. Unfortunately, that's really all I had to talk about. I can't really talk too much about the combat because so far it's been extremely limited on how much combat I've actually been able to do. Hopefully, we're about to do some more here, but overall, it's okay. It's functioning, so it's doing better than a lot of AAA games that have come out recently. It's running. I can't say as if I love it quite yet. Hopefully, the more I play, I can give a more solid opinion. But right now, it's too early on to really give anything too solid.
すみません。まだ気が動転しているようで、私がご説明しましょう。
So I'll check out the VOD to see how some combat plays out later on. Yeah, it sounds good, man. I'm going to stream for probably another hour, so hopefully in that hour we get a lot more like combat and stuff. Hey, sorry, you too. My friend is still in shock. Let me explain. Oh yeah, I guess I'll throw this out there. There's no English like VA. It's all Japanese. Just throwing it out there. M says, well, I'm loving it, and I'm glad M is loving it. I wouldn't say I'm loving it quite yet. It hasn't done anything for me to love. It's okay. It's not bad. We'll say that. Like, it's not bad. And that's already better than I was I was actually expecting it to. Well, kind of. Yeah. Point is, I don't think it's bad. It's just I haven't done anything yet that I'd say I'd loved. The story is kind of meh so far. I think that's due to the pacing, though. Everything's just kind of rushing through. You find the English dubs in anime really cringy? I think most English dubs in cringy are cringy nowadays as well. I genuinely prefer English dub, but as a streamer, I prefer to have English VAs. That way I don't have to narrate every single line. Because, you know, I found that when I played Final Fantasy XIV, I had to read a lot of that, and I didn't mind. It's fun to do a little bit of voice acting for my streams. But when you read that many lines in like a 4 to 6 hour stream, you lose your voice, and it's really bad. So in this, yeah. If I were playing by myself, this wouldn't even register as a problem, but just as a streamer and as, like, doing content on it, it does make it a little bit more difficult. Slightly. But that's not really affecting my opinion on the game. The only reason I wouldn't say I love it so far is, again, it's just a lot of story up front, next to no gameplay so far. Which, hopefully that's about to change. So I too, finish no start, let me explain
私たちは黒い霧に包まれた奇妙な怪物に襲われました。ただ必死に逃げるその時、雪だるま、そう雪だるまが颯爽と現れ、私たちを救い、そして怪物を追って走り去ったのです。本当です。
Right, as we were about to enter the city, we got snatched by a monster wrapped in black fog. Then BAM! A snowman burst out of nowhere and saved us. Now it's charging towards the monsters. That's it. That's the whole story. Okay.
黒霧の会に雪だるま騎士、奇跡だ。奇跡ですよ。
Oh, you run D&D too? Yeah, I actually have a D&D group. I'm a DM for my my group of friends. We play every Sunday. Yeah, that's a lot. Especially when they go up against monsters. Like whenever I have to do a monstrous voice. What's a...
Well, my precious, you've come. I will kill you and take what is mine.
You know, like, I've had to do that for like 2 hours straight. And like, they're just trying to keep talking. Like, I've set up a scenario where it was supposed to be the most straight fight ever, right? And somehow my players turned it into a 2-hour conversation with the Eldritch deity. It's like, can you shut the fuck up and fight it already? Hey, beast of the gate. Snow Knight saves my fate. That's a miracle.
この時期のアステリア平原に雪だるま？よくわからないけど、とりあえず行ってみましょう。
I've racked my brain and still can't figure out why a Snow Knight would appear in the blazing summer of Asteroids. Anyway, Asmogan, let's head over there and take a look. What the hell? Hey Asmogan, I'm not seeing things, am I? That's a Snow Knight standing in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's definitely a Snow Knight. It's a midsummer miracle. We play 5th edition, mainly because most of the resources we use are online. We use I use Tailspire to actually do like the battle maps and like do like the actual character traversal, and I use Roll20 for all the stat sheets and like character sheets. I used to use D&D Beyond, but I have a problem with D&D Beyond. So yeah, I mostly use like Roll20 and stuff. But because of that, 5th edition seems to be what all those services cater to most. So yeah, I've been using 5th edition primarily. I've thought about switching my players over using Pathfinder, but a lot of them don't want to do too big of a switch systems wise. So we're sticking to we're sticking to 5th edition. Probably what'll happen is I predict, because we're playing a long campaign. We're on our 2nd year. This Sunday will be our 382nd session. So I predict we'll finish the campaign sometime in 2027 or early 2028, depending on how many sessions we miss in the meantime. Also, depending on what choices the players make. But, yeah, I think at that point, I'll see about switching them to a different system. I think at this point, we're just so comfortable in 5th edition, we stick to it.
動いた？雪だるまが動いたわ。
Yeah, we saw it move before.
アルーナ様、そのわざとらしい反応は何ですか？
It recognizes you. Ah! Miss Ariona's and my guess, the Snow Knight slowly removed its headpiece, subsequently appearing...
お二人とも
It's a woman!
そんなにジロジロ見ないでくださいよ。特にアルーナ様、なんで初対面みたいな顔してるんですか？
ちょっと確認したいんだけど、親愛なるティナちゃんはどうして雪だるまの格好でこんなところにいるの？特別なご趣味？
Tina. Okay. For anything else, might I ask why our dear Miss Tina is wandering about the plains dressed as a snow knight? Is there some peculiar hobby I wasn't aware of?
驚かせちゃってごめんなさい。平原の怪異を調査するために来たんですけど、いろいろあって顔を出しにくくて仕方なくこんな格好をしてるんです。
Totally a disguise. Please pretend it's normal. Okay.
なるほど。人気者は大変ってことね。
The burdens of fame and popularity. This coming from you.
さっきから気になってるんですけど、こちらの方は
I'm just Ariona's accessory. Yeah.
紹介するわね。私の新しいお友達。まあ、いろいろあって一緒に行動しているの。
Allow me to introduce this Asmogan. Due to certain circumstances, we'll be journeying together for the foreseeable future. I mean that is a fair argument. I try to negotiate on the meta front anyway. I don't negotiate during sessions. Actually, I actually had to kick a player, not because of this solely. There was a bunch of reasons, but this was on the list of reasons. I actually had to kick a player, because there was a lot of like rules questioning happening, and the thing is. As a fellow forever DM, because I am the only DM that I talk to nowadays outside of like 1 or 2 friends, but they don't even play with me. I for this group in particular, I am the forever DM as well, and I've been DMing for technically I started in high school, so if we include that, about 11 years, give or take, and I haven't been a player. Oh god, I haven't played D&D with someone else DMing in like 2 years. I think it's 2 years now. Cause I have one of my players that I have. He made like a really custom D&D campaign. And when I say custom, I mean like custom from the ground up. Like he had pre-made characters that he wanted us a bunch of us friends to fill in. So we didn't get to make our own characters for his little campaign idea. Because the whole idea was like it's a very quirky world, it's very comedic, it's very like ridiculous, and each character is kind of like a what's the word? Self-contradicting. Like he had a rogue that was a orc that had like no intelligence and next to no dexterity, but was completely specced out in strength and stuff, and would use a very very high intimidation roll to sneak. He had one of us fill in for that. I had to play a paladin, which was actually a goblin barbarian that believed in a god of muscles and like working out and being like basically like a gym bro goblin that thinks he's a paladin but in fact is a barbarian. And yeah, and his lay on heals ability was lay on gains, and it's an item I give somebody to heal them. Each character was pre-made for us, and That's the only time I've been able to play D&D in the last 11 years. Otherwise, I've been DMing. And even with that campaign, it fell apart. See you later, Pink. Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's like the only time I've been able to play D&D. Well, if you're a DM, you are playing. It's just when you run things, it's a different. I'm sure you'll agree. When you run things, it's a little bit different than how you play it. But yeah, I'm stuck in that forever DM role, and for me on the meta front, I just don't want to. A lot of my resources with Roll20 and everything, I want to switch to Pathfinder, but not so much so that I'm going to force it on my players quite yet. Again, I think I'm willing to wait till we finish this campaign. Or until they all wipe out. I will say that's a scenario, if they all die in like a total total party wipe, then yeah, we'll probably switch to Pathfinder. It's a different type of playing. Exactly. Yeah, it's much more intensive because you got to do all the preparation. You have to do all the maps and everything. Even if you use digital tools, which make it so much easier nowadays. Like I used to make maps for Roll20 on Incarnate. Like I used that. I would spend hours during my week in Incarnate making both battle maps, cityscapes, everything. Now that I'm doing Tailspire, I spend even more time building 3D environments for them. Not to mention all the writing you gotta do, the characters you gotta pre-prepare, and you have to write the story that's coming up, but then you also have to be able to write it loosely enough that their decisions can impact what happens next. There's, like, so much to being a DM is a lot of fun, because of the control you have, but, yeah, I don't know if you'd agree with this, but my, like, adage is, my biggest thing with my campaigns is player agency. I always write, like, an extensive campaign with characters, and I have like a plot I want them to go through, but I have a rule of thumb: I never bottleneck them unless there literally is no other feasible scenario in the situation they're in to get out of. Even then, I tend to lay on pretty heavy clues that they only really have one or two options in the scenario. But when it comes to like how they interact with characters, the consequences of it, like I'm really loosey-goosey with it. I like to let them really choose where they go and feel like they're in a living, breathing world, rather than just for the sake of the story I want to tell, say like, okay, here's the path you should go on, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like recently, they just finished up a big storyline in a continent they've been on, in a far northern country in a snowy, icy area. And I gave them, like, general clues on, like, directions I wanted them to go, but it was up to them where they wanted to go. They could have gone to completely different continents. There's a western one I had a storyline prepared for, eastern one that there is a story there, and then there's the central continent. And they decided to go to the central. So, a bunch of stuff is already happening with that, and all the preparation work has been so much fun. But, anyway, sorry, I'm going on a side rant. I just realized. I apologize. Anyway, please contain an area that have escaped from giving time to flesh out sandbox. I'm the same way. Okay, there you go. See? That's the most fun I find. It's really letting your players choose where they go.
そしてこっちの雪だるまがティナ。
Of course, sometimes they choose to go places you didn't prepare for. Freedom fighter from Asterleads, whose popularity in the city is worth its weight in Luno. I'm sure you two would get along splendidly. Greetings, Snow Knight.
アルーナ様のお友達ならきっと愉快な方ですね。よろしくお願いします。
はい。
そういえばお二人も平原の怪異の調査に来たんですか？実はさっき私も噂の怪物と遭遇したんです。でも思ったより大したことなくて、新人兵士でも倒せるぐらいでした。
その怪物って例の黒い霧をまとっているってやつ？今まさにあなたの背後に迫ってるけど。
Perfect dodge is 6. What? Dodging an enemy attack at the right moment triggers a perfect dodge, allowing you to avoid incoming damage and prepare your next basic attack. Trigger a perfect dodge the moment a lethal skill lands to counter it. Okay. Okay. That went quick. Impossible.
確かに倒したのに
Oh, there's a little bit of
な
a
ぜ立ち上がったの
misspelling there. Impossible. I defeated it earlier, so why is it crawling back from the grave?
多分あの黒い霧が原因ね。今まではただの憶測だったけど、今ので確信したわ。あれは虚飾エングラム。
Avoid engram.
この大地に悪夢があるとしたら、それは間違いなく虚飾エングラムよ。触れた生命の体と意識を侵食して
No, no,
化
it's
する。
it's good. It's good to have like chats like that. It's fun.
まさかあの黒い霧が虚飾。そんなアルーナ様、なぜこんなことが。
わからないわ。でも最近噂の怪異と虚飾エングラム、これが無関係とは思えないわね。
それならなおさら真相を突き止めなきゃ。アルーナ様、私も一緒に行かせてください。
相手は虚飾よ。この先は危険な調査になる。本当に行く？そうめんコイン亭で待っててもいいのよ。
No, I still need to earn my bounty.
アルーナ様があなたを特別扱いする理由が分かりました。完全に同類ですね。
Why? Because I want money.
当たり前じゃない。私たちはルーノの絆で結ばれたパーフェクトコンビなのよ。さあ相棒、
I feel
私のそ
insulted.
ばを離れないでね。
Ah, you're clearly cut from the same cloth. Are you calling me greedy?
今後も一緒に調査することですし、この鍵2本ともプレゼントしますね。ちょっ
Yeah.
とした手土産です。
What are these?
よかったわね。そこにある宝箱もこの鍵で開けられそうよ。
Level 20? What? Wearing level 3. Aesthetically, there's no difference between Novice Aegis and Refined Aegis. Wait, what's Enhance? Oh, I have to go to the Artisan thing. Okay. We'll put a pin in that.
うわー、いいな。かなりの収穫。ねえティナ、余ってる鍵はもうないの？私にもちょうだい。
Tina, don't fall for it. What a smooth way to ask for handouts.
アルーナ様、今は虚飾エングラムの調査が最優先です。
I will say this. I do really like the character quirks so far. We haven't really yet learned Tina's. It seems like she's a bit more, well, outside of how she's dressed, a little bit more serious and, like, focused. Whereas Ariona's more like, money, 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 give me money.
まさかこんな短期間にティナまで小言を言うようになるなんて。
What? How's it my influence? So we formed an impromptu investigation team and pushed deeper into the plains, all while bearing the weight of Ariona's resentful glares. Actually, so real quick, is there a way I can figure out what my abilities all do? I don't think it's talents. Skills. Alright. Good news is I can see what it's all bound to. Okay, so Blade of Justice is our basic attack. Light, physical, direct damage, single target, melee. Holy Sigil, resource required to cast special attacks and some expertise. There are 5 initial holy sigils. Each holy sigil enters a 10-second CD. After being consumed, it generates 10 photon energy. Photon energy resources required to cast some expertise, starting at a max of 100. Basic attacks, Blade of Justice, unleashes a 3-hit sword combo, following by a swing each hit dealing attack damage. Strike 1, 30% attack, plus 3, plus C, plus C. Okay. Okay. Valor Bash. So this is our one. Because there's one holy sigil to deliver a powerful shield bash to enemies in front, dealing attack damage and increasing your armor, stacking up to 3 times. Okay, so okay, that's actually, ooh, I didn't know that, so that's important to know. So at the same time that this is gonna consume a holy sigil to shield bash the enemy, it's going to deliver an attack, but really its primary purpose, I think definitely in a boss fight, is to stack up the armor stack. Yeah, because like that seems pretty valuable, especially for rolling as a tank. So it's both an attack and a defense boof. I say boof. I cannot talk. Boost. Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper. Peter Piper picked a pickle pepper. All right, Radiant Infusion unleashes holy energy to strike near. So this is our ultimate. Strike nearby enemies, dealing an attack damage and inflicting dazzle for 5 seconds. Grants a radiant shield equal to 300% attack. Oh. For the next 10 seconds, instantly refreshes 1 holy seal for every 2 seconds, prioritizing the holy seal with the longest remaining CD, and generates 10 photon energy each time. Radiant Shield infuses the shield with light, absorbing 50% of incoming damage. That's nice. Like half of all incoming damage? So I'm used to like World of Warcraft stats. That would be fucking broken. Well, I guess late levels. There's abilities similar to that in WoW. But, damn. The effect can stack absorption and reset duration when the skill is reused. Max absorption cannot exceed 100% of max HP. Tips. Instantly boosts survivability and generates holy sigil and photon energy. Fuck, I'm losing my ability to talk right now. Time the casts wisely. Okay. So that's pretty good. So is that a... Wait, let me read that again. Is that a guaranteed Radiant Shield, though? Grants a Radiant Shield, equal to 300% attack. Okay, so yeah, it absolutely... So it's a guaranteed grant, so it's not a percentage grant. It will drop a Radiant Shield if you use your ultimate. Yeah, so if you're in a bind in a boss fight, like that would be pretty valuable. Alright, Judgment. Skill, physical, light, direct damage, direct healing, single target melee. Alright, so consumes 45 photon energy to call down. I'm trying to remember is photon energy like the mana equivalent? Bursts of holy light on the target area, dealing attack damage and healing yourself based on HP loss, minimum of 5% of max HP. Okay. Alright, so it's simultaneously an attack and a heal. So where Valor Bash is simultaneously an attack and a defense and armor buff, Judgment is simultaneously an attack and heal. Yeah, this is a very Paladin-esque class. Reckoning. Consumes 2 holy sigils, performs a fiery blade strike at all nearby enemies, dealing... Alright, so that's an AoE. Dealing attack damage. Powerful offensive skill used when survivability is not an issue. Shield Toss. Alright, tosses the spinning... Okay, so this is... Oh, okay, so 4 is my taunt. So I do have a taunt. Okay, I was wondering. That is good to know. It doesn't go very far. No, I suppose in this sense, the taunt isn't... And only a scribe. Alright, doggo! Ooh, chest. Can I open it? What the fuck? Okay, so the achievements on this game, I will say early on, are really broken. Because I just got an achievement. Open 800 treasure chests. I have opened up 2. I will screenshot it for you guys. Hold on. Actually, I don't need a screenshot. Let me... Can I open up... There it is. Alright, right here. I've opened up 2. They need to fix their Steam achievements. I've opened up 2, and it's like, oh, you have opened up 800 treasure chests. Well done. Thank you. I haven't done that, though. Closet overflow error. It's definitely an error. Wardrobe collection 8,000. Something tells me they need to fix that. Good lord. Actually, I don't think I've properly checked out the store. What is going on with the store? Ariona's Special. Street skating. Hello, Kent. Welcome to the stream. Hi there, bro. How's your day going? It's going pretty good. How's yours going? What is this game? It is a brand new MMORPG. Actually, I think technically it was available in China or Japan before this, but it is now released in the States as of today. So today is its official launch day for the North American servers. My hope with the game is it's good to play. Well, so far it's functioning. I haven't played enough of it to be like give a 100% opinion on it quite yet, and so far it's okay. I definitely need more time with it to give any kind of solid opinion, though. We're really early on. The first hour of the stream was just making my character. Yeah. So I honestly can't say if it's bad or not. It functions. The only thing I could say with 100% certainty, it loads and it functions. Whether it's good or bad, can't say. I will say I'm not sponsored, so don't worry about that. No one's giving me money for this. It is launch day, global. Wait, this is the global launch day? I didn't even know that. Hey, well, you know more than I do. I thought it was just releasing in the States today. But yeah, if it's global launch day, then there you go. Yeah, I'm just looking at the store real quick right now because I noticed it. I mean, I'm kind of happy those bundles are labeled with just the dollar value. But they clearly do have a, yeah, they have, they do have elite currencies. There's a monthly card. I'm assuming this is a monthly subscription. It's $5. Daily rewards for 30 days. Limited collection, privileges, trading stalls +2, trading tax -20. Okay? They were that's devious. We will tax you less if you pay this real world money. Trading deposit free. Shared storage +250. Shared storage withdrawal +50. Shared homestead storage advanced item deposit quantity +100. Shared homestead storage advanced item withdrawal quantity +15. Yeah, you're just asking. Oh well, I don't know. As far as I know, this is just the NA launch. I think it's been available in China or Japan for a while. I don't know how long. Couldn't tell you. But today is the NA launch, if nothing else. Yeah. Oh, did it have NPC shops in game? Yes. I haven't visited too many of them, but they do have NPC shops. I pulled it up on the map. Yeah, like the starting city. There's a couple, but all these are shops. Yeah, fashion store, training center, weaving change, beautician. I will say they based a little bit of the game on FF14, because apparently you can play every class on one character. It does work. I don't know how it works explicitly yet, but when I was looking at my character class... Yeah, hold on. Yeah, so when I made my character, I selected Shield Knight, obviously. And I just assumed it was like the one character, one class. But I went in here, and there's an unlock button in the corner there. So I'm assuming from that you can readily switch at any time. once you've unlocked them, obviously, to any of the classes in the game once you've unlocked them. I do like that, but it may how much I like it would depend on exactly how they handle it. Yeah, I will say, like, as a person who does watch a lot of guilty pleasure isekais, I do kind of enjoy this little character window. Does this not, like, I don't know if any of y'all watch anime, but does this not look like the stereotypical, like, isekai? Like, I've loaded into this fantasy world. I can pull up my stat screen and it looks just like this. I can even use a custom avatar. Okay. Paid or free? It's free to play. But with that, it's monetized. It's got a cash shop. It's got... I haven't looked into it fully. We're actually looking into it right now. But I believe most of the paid, like the elite currency stuff is aesthetic. I don't believe it is any... I don't believe it's paid to progress. Well, it kind of is with the monthly card, because, you know, the privileges of the +2 trading stalls, the lesser tax, the free deposits, you know, stuff like that. That does kind of help someone progress a little bit better and more openly than not. But it is free to play, so I'd be surprised if there wasn't something like this. As far as I can tell, otherwise, everything else is cosmetic. Well, apparently you can buy emotes, so it's not entire. Well, that's part of cosmetic, I'd say. Yeah. Looks like they have loot boxes as well. Yeah, basically, if you want to pay money to look cool, that's available. Yeah, you make a character. It's not a gacha. Well, debatably, it's not the standard gacha game. It is an MMORPG where you make a character, level them up, that whole thing. You don't buy waifus. Please tell me it does have autoplay. I haven't encountered that yet, but on this is on mobile, so there is a autoplay feature. I have not encountered it yet. The game has not pointed me towards that yet, but it does have autoplay. I just don't know how extensive that is. Yeah, I'm still pretty early on, so most of what I've been doing is just going through the initial story beats. Take it easy. As long as I'm here, we won't come on. Okay. Interesting. Flame orc. Oh shit. Yeah. You're damn powerful. It feels like it, yeah. I don't know if I'd put that as a negative or a positive quite yet, but because to be fair, this is a narrative thing I'm doing. I'm not doing anything open world quite yet. But yeah, you do feel pretty powerful, at least so far. I'm thinking this is just me giving the game as much, room as possible. I'm thinking that's just because I'm doing the narrative stuff right now, and they don't want to like difficulty gate brand new players. So the initial story stuff is easy as pie. I'd expect that, I'm hoping the actual proper open world stuff, like when I actually like go around and do side quests and do like activities, that it will not be that easy. But yeah, So far, I'm not. I haven't seen anything yet. I would completely poo-poo about the game. I will have to give it a lot more time before I can make that determination. I mean, I always see a cash shop as a negative. I would rather pay just a basic subscription and not have any of this here. But I can't say that this is the worst version of this I've seen. But it does feel very gacha-esque. So, aesthetically, there's definitely a gacha system in this game. I just don't know how far it goes. Well, that's kind of dope. Yeah, but so far I don't see anything payment-wise. I can see it on Steam. Yeah, it should be free to play. Oh, you can't find it. Look up Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Hold on, let me pull up the Steam page for you. I go to the store page. Yeah, Blue. Oh, Jesus. I just saw the reviews. Wow. Really? Mostly negative? What am I about to experience that's mostly negative? Wow. I kind of want to read those reviews, but I also don't want to get spoiled. But yeah, it's Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's take a look at these reviews. Damn. It's a mobile game with auto walking and auto battling. If that's what you're into, it might be good, but it's definitely not for me. I haven't encountered that yet, though. Oh, okay. One server for entire world, 350 MSS. Okay, no interval access. I'll definitely be back if they address these issues because of combat. It looks like all the negative reviews are people who played less than an hour. Very good, doesn't recommend? What? The original game had plenty of issues, but its world was genuinely charming, and with a bit more effort, it could have been a solid game. Star Resonance, however, feels like your typical Chinese gacha slop. It does, I will say, it does have a little bit of the gacha feeling with it, which sucks. But I have yet to even encounter the auto battles. Different currencies thrown at you. Well, 5 different currencies, but okay. Really bad. This appears to be a mobile gacha game thrown into Steam. I mean, it is. Like, inarguably. There's no customization. It's impossible to invert the y-axis. Why would you want to invert it? Running this unplayable for many. Sketchy. Yeah, a lot of these reviews... And granted, it just launched, so... you see, that is what I'm talking about, autoplay. Well, yeah, I mentioned earlier it does have it. I just haven't encountered it. Not for your side? What region are you in? Since it's too cheap for an EU server, what a flop. Good job, Tencent. Disappointed as usual. Yeah, no, kind of speaks a lot. The game locks you out of the main story after level 10 until 18 hours have passed. They also spam you with... that is another thing I did mention at the beginning of the stream. Well, someone mentioned it in the chat to me. They do, like, level block you for some reason. Yeah, we'll keep reading those reviews a little bit after this. India. Ah, okay. Everything's taken care of, right? Time to head back. There's more to it. I just finished scouting the area, and it appears this void engram is coming from the cliff ruins. If we're going to get the bottom of this, we'll have to investigate it ourselves. The cliff ruins? That's not far from here. This is bad. If the void engram continues to spread, it could reach the city walls. Great work, everyone. Let's take a break before heading out again. Tina? Wait, she was just here a second ago. Wow, so fast. Tina, she must be absolutely worried sick about the Asterlings. Such a tremendous burden for those small shoulders to bear. That kind of pressure takes its toll. There's no telling what we'll find in the cliff ruins. Asmogan, let's get going too. Here's some of my adventuring tricks. In dense wilderness, riding the wind is the fastest way to travel. For example, you could catch the wind gate over there, soar upward, and reach the cliff ruins before Tina does. Just imagine the look of surprise on her face. Okay. What the hell? I'm not even I'm not doing any of this moving. It's all automatic. What in the hell? See, I was right. No matter how fast a two-legged snow knight runs, they'll never catch the true wind. Lady Ariana? Asmogan? This is incredible. How'd you get here ahead of me? We flew here. Asmogan's right. Ariana's marvelous adventure tip. Turn into a cat, a bird, or even a toad. All for the fair price of 100,000 Luno each. We welcome Miss Tina's patronage. Honestly, Lady Ariana, you haven't changed a bit. What about you, Tina? The three of us are supposed to be a team working together. Why'd you run off on your own just now? I'm sorry, I got too anxious. But please believe me, I wouldn't abandon you. Tina, what's wrong? He turns around, takes several deep breaths, and gradually calms down. Sorry, I might have sprinted a bit too fast. Can't quite catch my breath. Come on, let's go see what's inside the ruins. Alright. Be careful, there's a void engram all around us. Whatever you do, don't touch it. This doesn't make sense. The void engram here is overwhelming. Who else could have been here and why? Alright, we about to do a boss fight? What's going on here?
Daijoubu? ちゃんと聞こえてる?
虚食エングラムの影響で具合が悪くなったんですか？ちょっと待って、その手。
エングラムが失われてる。
ダメです。命に関わりますよ。
大丈夫。
That escalated extraordinarily quickly. Save your strength. Just take my hand. Let your thoughts drift away like mist. As your consciousness slips away and the world grows distant, you faintly hear the voices of your companions through the haze. Starting the healing now. Tina, could you handle those nearby monsters? Don't let them disturb Asmogan. I got this, Lady Aona. Please take good care of him. No matter how much I struggled, Aona didn't let go of my hand. My body seemed to warm by the most brilliant sunshine. Okay. You're awake. Tina, come back. All clear. So glad you're alright. What the fuck is happening? Thank you. You're breathing and your color's returning. Remarkable. You seem to have recovered already. You have delicate constitution, but the fighting skills and healing capacity are exceptional. And don't forget, I'm right here. I've never let anyone die on my watch. I feel even more secure. After all, a triangle is the most stable structure. Is it? Once our little patient here has rested enough, we'll be moving forward together. See here.
いけない。虚食エングラムを生み出せる。
薄汚いやり口ね。好き勝手にはさせないわ。
やめろ。我が高潔なる虚食エングラムが台無しだ。愚か者め、これは我が理想への冒涜だ。
面倒なやつね。いいからおとなしく捕まりなさい。
いいな。我が理想のため最後の一瞬まで抗ってみせる。虚食の信念は決して屈せず。
Yeah, boss fight, I guess.
か面白い。
Okay.
一人は英語を漂い英知を追い求めし者、もう一人は運命と栄光を背負いし雪だるま。我が偉大なる理想の前に立ちふさがるにふさわしい因縁と言えよう。
Oh, I don't get any recognition? Fuck you.
小娘と雪だるま相手に言うのは甚だ屈辱。
Hey, don't ignore me.
貴様、どこから湧いてきた？
失礼な言い方しないで。この子は私の無敵のパートナーよ。
そうよ、この人にとどめを刺されたくせに。
こんな無名の者に敗れるとは。我が理想はここでついえるのか。悪くないのだ。
Surprisingly good taste in name. Thank you.
おい。
Man in black struggle for a moment that just burst into the air along with the wood. You couldn't animate that? Okay. Well, barely out the door and already solved the Tales of the Plains. Looks like my title of Legendary Adventurer is in danger. So the humility. Here, Tina, is this really so entertaining? I'm sorry, but seeing someone actually banter with Lady Aerona is the first for me. It's quite amusing. You two. Alright, that's enough. So is the Tales incident considered resolved? We can certainly say that. After all, the culprit vanished alongside the Void Engram. We don't actually know. Our mission was to resolve the Tales of the Plains, and with the Void Engram now gone, the mission is accomplished. Oh, well, we don't really need to think about it. He's gone now. Could there be more of them? That would be a bit of a concern to consider. Party now is returning to Pioneer Bureau and count our well-earned Luno. I'll have to skip that. I need to report back to the Corps and tell the commander we've dealt with the Void Engram. Then everyone in the city can enjoy the Sea Breeze Festival without concern. I call your share of the reward. Don't worry about it. I'm not particularly interested in such things. The Luno and the honor, I'm giving you my share of both to you. Lady Aerona, how's it gone? See you next time. There she goes again. Tina always chooses this strange moments to act cool. She's got style. Sort of. Of course, she's Asteroid's popularity champion. Everything, whether it's fire, flies, runs, or swims, shows perfect friendship toward Tina. Though there's something slightly imbalanced about Tina that I can't quite place. Hopefully it's just my imagination. Now it's time for us to return to the Pioneer Bureau. Onward to our delightful Luno. Okay. Yeah. Here we are. This is the Pioneer Bureau. It's an organization dedicated to uncovering the unknown. This continent is filled with mysterious, defined legacies, and the adventurers of the Pioneer Bureau strive to uncover the truth behind these mysteries. But that's putting it rather idealistically. In practical terms, the Pioneer Bureau functions much like those all-purpose agencies you read about in stories. Whether it's tracking down a missing hamster or taking care of troublesome Goblin King. Regardless of the commission's scale, as long as there's payment involved, adventurers will take on the task. Come on, let's go inside and collect our reward. Excuse me, Miss Valeria? We've come to discuss our reward for resolving the Tales of the Plains. She remains perfectly still, smiling at you. Valeria, can you hear me? She doesn't move an inch, maintaining that same smile. Snap out of it! Oh, Lady Arona, I do apologize. I was catching a little nap. That seems odd to you. When you're a Pioneer Bureau guide with our workload, efficient rest is essential. It's basic job skill. Huh. Joshua the Crusader, welcome, how you doing? Good grief, she's a terrifying workaholic. Well then, you're here for your Tales of the Plane reward, right? That's a considerable amount. Luno, let's talk details. We explain the entire Plains incident in detail, but you're not along with us a smile. The legendary evil power, Void Ingram, returns to our world. A renowned adventurer and brilliant rookie banished the mysterious shadow, bringing the Tales of the Plane to its conclusion. What a spectacular adventure. This will make a fantastic addition to my absolutely super mind-blowing story collection. It says I can't hear her voice. I can't tell if that's facetious or not. Let's talk about our reward. How about Luna? How many Luna are we talking? Let's talk about our reward. A commission of this importance would normally earn you at least 500,000 Luna. Awesome, we're rich! Passes you a notebook. Unfortunately, maybe take a look at this first. Elysian Calendar, January, the Spinning Rudder, Beer Cat Patty Special Edition, times 5, 5,000 Luno. Chef Special Stubborn Puffer Stew, times 3, 2,700 Luno. 100% Artisan Grilled, Crispy Skin, Ammonite Fish, times 6, 4,800 Luno. Annual total, 454,213 Luno. Build 2, Ariana. You fucking... Before you is a complete record of our esteemed ladies' dining expenses from the past year, all of which have been covered by the Pioneer Bureau, or rather by me personally. That's nonsense. I should have my adventurer's special allowance. Why would I need you to pay for my meals? Oh, there certainly was, but you've already splurged it all on in a flash. Oh my god, this woman's terrible with money. Your Luno account is now tragically in the negatives. At this rate, you'll be paying off your debts with your hair. It's wasteful spending. You should stop teasing her. Anyway, back to the business. You two tackled the commission together, so the reward's yours. Split. And since it was a big one, I'll wipe the debt clean. Just this once. Leah, you're wonderful. That's why you're my dearest friend. Wait, I'm not finished. After deducting those expenses, your actual reward comes to 50,000 Luno. And given Lady Una's spectacular spending history, I'm entrusting every single Luno to Asmogan. Thank you. Valeria, you're so mean. That's it. Our friendship is officially over, starting right now. Valeria, you're absolutely brilliant. You clearly belong in our distinguished organization. Would you like to officially join the Pioneer Bureau? Join us and you'll have official status throughout the continent of Magna. Whether you're taking commissions for Luno or exploring new territories, everything will be much more convenient. I'd be happy to. Despite Valeria's occasional meanness for your legal status, I strongly advise joining the Pioneer Bureau. The Pioneer Bureau is likely the most inclusive organization you'll find anywhere. Why do I care? About the inclusivity of it? It's just, as long as I can join, I don't care. Sign here and I receive a welcome gift. Okay. The registry smells of a mixture of fresh flowers and earth. Arena says this is what? Now you're completely owned by the Pioneer body and soul. Always with the creepy comments, Valeria. Any big commissions you can recommend? I need to help my adorable junior colleague earn some Luno. My, having Asmogan around has certainly improved your work enthusiasm. Well then, I'll hand over this top-tier commission I've been saving for the right moment. Commission ID MM10231010, client blank, commission rank B, confidentiality level extreme, I'm assuming. Participant limit 2, commission reward to be discussed upon completion. Commission details: on the eve of the Seabreeze Festival, the thief Snow Knight appeared in Asterleads. Please investigate the true identity of the thief Snow Knight and retrieve a diary that it has stolen. Adventure tips: in case of emergency, please report to the Pioneer. Okay, so we have to talk to Tina. Apparently she stole something. The guide will provide necessary support. Any disputes arising during the commission will be arbitrated by the Pioneer Bureau in accordance with Asterlead law and adventure regulations. Strange commission. Finding a diary with such high security clearance? Something that doesn't add up. Yeah, anything else we should know? I can only tell you that the client is some extremely important anonymous figure. Everything we know is in the commission brief. And that wraps up the Pioneer Bureau's welcome ceremony. Farewell for now. Good luck with your commission, and may you earn mountains of Luno. As Arena and I walk away, Valeria had a relieved smile on her face. It seems Lady Ona has finally found a reliable companion. How nice. But if their connection to that incident involves Void Engram, I need to investigate this further. Leave this to me. Okay. So I'm going to say that's a fairly natural stopping point. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to be in too negative. So I think I'll say this. The game is definitely... again, it functions. So there's, in terms of that aspect, it's already got a green light. That's good. It's sad that that's kind of something we have to look at nowadays and have to... It's kind of expected that games won't function on release. The fact that this hasn't crashed, I haven't had any disconnects that I've noticed or anything. There's been only a couple frame rate drops when loading into an area, but they immediately go away. Generally, game functions great. So on that, I can recommend it. It's free to play, so there's no consequence outside of like using up the space in your computer to download it. To get it, there's that. Again, I'm not far enough in to really give an opinion or like a review, but like the most first impressions of first impressions, it's got some things working against it overall, in like my humble opinion. The gacha vibe, I don't know, I have yet to like engage with this aspect too much, so I don't know how much it's actually going to apply in execution, but the gacha vibe is definitely working against it. I haven't encountered or even seen the option or any kind of tutorial related to autoplay at all. So I don't know how that's going to apply to anything, if it will apply to anything. At current, I'm not going to poo-poo the game. I'm not going to say like it's completely fucked, it's a terrible game, like a lot of reviews are right now. But what I can say is, you know, looking at the reviews real quick, it's definitely... It's getting... I won't say it's... Well, a review bomb has the wrong connotation. It is getting a lot of negative reviews. And it just came out today. 30% of the 1,000 reviews is positive. That's pretty one-sided. Problem is, like with this guy's review right here, like this is the most popular one. It's a mobile game with auto walking and auto battling. If that's what you're into, it might be good, but it's definitely not for me. And then he disabled the comments because for some reason the fact that I dislike the game hurt people's feelings. I'd be curious to see what actually was said in response to that, because I would like to see like a counter argument. Like, again, having not encountered the autoplay aspect at all thus far, I can't give my personal opinion on that. I don't know how bad or intrusive or how like necessary it is. I don't even see a toggle anywhere. I've manually fought everything thus far. I will say, as a negative in relation to combat, I would definitely say that this game is suffering a little bit in terms of its combat because things are really easy thus far. I'm chalking that up to all my fights having been related to the narrative, and thus like I think the game is just gonna dumb down the narrative difficulty a lot. So I will give it that I will give it that leeway for right now. I'll play some more of it and try and come to a conclusion on my own overall. If the game is too easy when it comes to open world combat and side quests, I think that's going to hurt it a lot. One of my biggest pet peeves about a lot of modern MMOs, especially what happened to SWTOR over time, is that the leveling process got too easy. I really hate it when I can blindly, like, completely dominate an RPG without at all. Like, if I can alt tab out of the game, not necessarily autoplay, like if I'm still actively playing, but I'm able to completely shut my brain off to like what's happening to the game and focus on like a video on the side, I consider that a bad sign in regards to the MMO. I think that when it comes to open world leveling, it should be somewhat difficult, at least difficult enough for you to really focus, at least early on, and maxing yourself out. But so far, with the narrative-related fights, they've all been piss easy. Like, I haven't completely mastered what all my buttons do, and I'm still, like, just absolutely tanking everything. First quest, introduce the cash shop and give gacha coupons like every other gacha mobile. Wow, actually, that's just not true. Well, at least in my experience, like, the first quests I've done thus far had nothing to do with the shop or the gacha mechanics, so I'm not... Yeah, I at least in my experience, that's just not true. I had to actually manually click on the shop myself and look for it. Nothing in the game has pointed me towards the shop. In terms of the coupons, I also don't think I've received any, but I might have, I guess. I'd have to check. Apparently 10 cents is too cheap to get an EU server. I can believe that pretty easily, that there is an EU server issue. Yeah, no, it kind of speaks a lot of the game locks you out of the main story after level 10 until 18 hours have passed. They also spam you with walk and talk quests because the combat is just ass. When I finally unlocked quests that had me fight stuff, they made me fight 50 goblins that took 10 seconds each to kill despite 15 level. Despite being 15 levels above them, the challenge raid on the Goblin Den also took me literally 1 minute to beat. Pair that with everything feeling kind of jank. Yeah, I don't know about jank as of yet. Again, a lot of these negative reviews, I don't know how true. Some of them, it's like weird. They have less than an hour in, so they didn't. So either they take like no time at all to make a character, like less than an hour. Like my dumbass is only like 3 hours in, and I don't know. What about this one? I waited years for this, and it's been boiled down to so much that's not even a shadow of its original self. To be fair, I guess I'm part of these negative reviews might be that how the original version of the game was. I never played that. I have no idea what. I didn't even know Blue. I knew that there was a game initially called Blue Protocol, but I didn't know it ever came out. So, dialogue is boring as hell. I actually fell asleep during the festival. I've never fallen asleep gaming before. Granted, like, I guess I'm not through it yet, so I'm not sure. The HUD button tooltips are ridiculously blurry and /small, leaving me to guess what they are. Combat is bland and boring. Combat so far has been pretty bland and boring, but it's just how easy it is. Again, I'm gonna keep playing and figure out if like it's always like that. If it is, I definitely will write off this game. Yeah, I'll screw it. 4 gameplay in general is just like Genshin, but with less to do. I've never played Genshin, so I can't say if that's true. Screw it. Even just writing this review just making me mad, thinking about what this was versus is. Yeah, I have no idea how it was, so... this person put the category 1 through 5. Story is a 1. Story so far is pretty generic, so I'd probably rate for the story so far a 2. I don't think I'd... Well, no. Out of 5. I'd put it 2.5 out of 5. If I can do half numbers. Leaning towards 2. It's not because it's bad, it's just generic. Like the characters are generic, the story is generic. It's really nothing new, exciting, or interesting. It's very, 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 very generic. So 2.5, if you had to force me to a solid number, 2. Graphics, I'd say I like the graphics. The graphics are fine. I'd put that at a 4. I mean, they're not stellar, but it's also not the most important thing. So, I'd give that a 4. Definitely not a 5, but give it a 4. Sounds passable. Nothing's bothered me about it, so I'd probably put for sound a 4. Yeah, I mean it's nothing like crazy or memorable. It's just 4. Fun factor, I will say that's probably where I'll give the lowest score. That's a confident 2. It hasn't been very fun so far. That's granted, it's because mostly it's been story so far, and not a lot of open world gaming, not a lot of questing, not a lot of doing any side content. So hopefully that score will go up the more I play. If it continues to stay the same and plateau or go down, I'll definitely probably write off this game. Probably with any MMO, I like to give it at least like 20 hours. Unless the game like truly is grating and suffering to play. But assuming at no point I genuinely feel miserable playing this game, I'll give it 20 hours. And if it doesn't get a lot better, if it doesn't really start, giving me stuff to do and giving me like excitement and focus, I'll give it 20 hours. As long as at no point I hit a wall of just utter boredom. But yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. That's my very, 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 very early on first impressions. I definitely wouldn't give this game a 1 or a 2. I think anyone giving this a 1 or a 2, especially the people who are only, like, if you play less than an hour, like, one or two, to me, it comes off more like you got this game to badly review it. You were hoping to hate on it. I have seen nothing that I would give that would justify giving such a low review, especially giving it's free to play. If this was $60, I'd give this a much lower review than I'm giving it right now. But at current, it's free to play. I'm going to be a little bit more lenient, especially since so far it seems like all the in-store stuff for the game, as far as I've seen, looks all cosmetic for the most part. So if that's the case, I'm not going to lose my shit at the game. First impressions overall, I'd say it's okay. It's a 5 out of 10. It's at worst, it's a 5 out of 10. At best, it's a 5.5, 6 out of 10 at absolute best so far. And that's speaking 3 hours in. That's doing the initial wave of story, doing some combat, all of it related to the story. So yeah, it's not bad. Like, I definitely wouldn't go so far as to rate this like a non-recommendation myself. I don't know if I'd recommend it either. I'm like dead in the neutral because there's just nothing egregious I've encountered thus far, but there's just nothing crazy or great or good about it either. So, I don't know, that's me extremely early on, but that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. For those who watched the VOD, hope you guys enjoyed the VOD. I know I had a couple moments where I ranted about completely unrelated things, and I went off topic, but it's how it goes. It's how live streams go. But I'll play more of this. I don't know if I'll play more of this on stream for the next couple weeks. I might play a little bit more off stream. I don't think there's nothing about this that makes me feel like I need to stream it. Like every time I play it, like when I played Final Fantasy 14, it was important to stream that because whenever you do story content with that game, it felt like I needed, like people would be interested in like seeing my reactions to it and going through it with me. With this, I don't think anyone's really gonna, at least so far with what's on offer with the story, I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh my god, you have to play the story, it's absolutely killer. Story seems like it's window dressing at most. Like hopefully where this will actually win me over is gameplay and like game mechanics. But yeah, I can understand why people wouldn't recommend it, but for people to be like, I don't know, like some of these reviews feel a little like spiteful, I guess, especially with how little they played. It's an MMO. Playing less than an hour, like it takes an hour to make your character if you're actually taking time to take your to make your character. So to me, I'm not gonna say it's review bombing. I don't know confidently if I could say that, but I can't say that this is all these reviews are coming from a place of actual like neutrality or fairness. The gotcha complaints in the auto battle, that's perfectly reasonable. I get why that's a huge negative for a lot of people. Is that enough for me to drop it below an average rating of 5 out of 10? I don't think so. I especially given I'm 3 hours in and I've yet to, like, show me where on the screen the auto walk or auto mechanics even are. I couldn't tell you. The game has not pointed them out to me. It's not suggested them to me at all. I have no clue where any of the auto quote-unquote stuff is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not here. It probably is. I couldn't tell you where the fuck it is. So to put that up as like a big point of how bad the game is, when the game in no way has even pointed me in the direction of using such tools. And also that person who said like, oh, the very first quest pushes you towards the shop, that's just not, again, like, I don't know if they, to be fair, I don't know exactly what they're talking about with that. They'd have to really lay it out for me, but to me that's just a lie. Like the first mission in no way, like I'm on like, I want to say my 3rd or 4th mission, maybe 5th actually, if we count all like the little mini steps along the way. Nothing has pointed me towards a shop outside my own curiosity. So I when people have a problem with a game like this, I think they should be honest. Pedro Duarte, welcome to stream. It does seem average. Yeah, and that's its biggest crime. Like, I will say that. Its biggest crime is its average. Nothing about this is exceptional thus far. I will say that. So, 5 out of 10 so far. 3 hours in, little over 3. 5 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 20 hours or until it pisses me off with something genuinely bad. But it's just, I I have no idea where the auto play, auto run, auto mechanics are. The game has not pointed them out to me, so I'm not going to levy that as some big negative. If the game were like, hey, here's the auto play. Hey, make sure you use it. Make sure you use it. If you want to play efficiently, you got to use it. The game hasn't done that. So I'm not going to diss it. Maybe on the mobile version it does that, but so far on the Steam PC version, it hasn't pointed me in that direction at all. And none of the missions have suggested going to the shop either. The coupon comment, I don't know about that one. Maybe. I'm not sure even where I could see that. Inventory, maybe? Yeah, I got these vouchers. The voucher's not really a coupon, though. It's not like it doesn't save you money. Like, this is more of a, hey, if you want to obtain this specific hairstyle. So it's more of an unlock key. Yeah. But, like, actual, like, coupon, like, when I think of a coupon, I think of something that, like, saves me money on, like, a real purchase. But I still have to real purchase something. I don't think I have anything like that. So I'm not sure what they're talking about there. I'm not going to say that's a lie, because I'm not sure, again, what they mean. So, yeah. First impressions, game's okay. It's not bad. It functions. I will give it more time before I say whether I'd recommend it or not. At current, there's no consequence of trying it out yourself. It's free to play. The only consequence is the time it takes to download it, and it's only 27, 28 gigs, something like that. Yeah. I don't know. That's it for me, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the VOD. And I might make a video either summarizing this VOD or, like, clips from this VOD. And, like, talking about it in a more structured first impressions, but at current, with 3 hours in, worst crime is it's painfully average. Anyway, love you guys. See you guys later. Make sure to leave a like before you head out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.